Hello, loonies and high priests of Khonshu. This is Russell from Tomes of Evil, and I'm wishing Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, a happy 200 episode milestone. Can't wait to get there myself. Ray, you're the best, buddy. Enjoy it.
Listeners, this is episode 200 and things are a little different here. It's a strange event. We're trying to put on something a bit different. As you can hear, we have a studio audience. It's all good. We're we're buzzing. I'm your host, Khonshu Ray, and it's a very special show. We've got a game show to go through, and we have some very valued loonies, patronies, co-hosts. Everyone's come back for this one to play for you, the loonies. So this should be fun. What also we also have the prize giveaways for that competition. It's probably a while ago now, as for the Moon Knight pins. So we'll be drawing that live. That will be after the show, after the game show. And then to cap it all off, there's a little secret interview chat with another special guest. But welcome, everybody. Before I start, of course, a huge thank you to, of course, the patronies, those listed as co-producers and executive producers on the show. A big thank you to Daniel, Justin, Derek, Wayne, Jordan, Josh, James, Russell, and Anthony. Thank you so much. There's actually one of them here, one of the patronies repping the patronies. So that's really cool as well. Daniel Doing is the gentleman. And I'd like to shout out Fringe Knight as well, an original indie comic based on Erie, Pennsylvania's very own mysterious superhero. So a big thank you to Daniel for that. Also, slightly different, big thanks to Destructo Disc Designs and Meteor Patrol. Thanks, guys. These guys have supplied the Moon Knight pins that we'll be announcing the winners for later after the game show. And actually, at the top of the show there, you probably heard as well a little shout out to a mate of the show and a fellow collective member, Russell from Tomes of Evil. So a big thanks to Russell for your well wishes for this 200th episode, Russell. And for those that haven't checked it out, check out his show, Tomes of Evil. It's starting with a bang, all to do with supervillains, and well worth a listen. So anyway, loonies, there is an option to watch this podcast in video format, or format, as they say in France. Who I have with me, I have 8 contestants. And what I want to say is that each of these 8 contestants, they are absolutely treasured and valued for the ITK show. I mean, they've come on, they've done shows themselves, they've co-hosted, they've contributed greatly. So who better to be on the game show than these fine people? Let's go around. First off, a big welcome to OG. Hope it's a Khonshu. Rebecca, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Excellent. Are you ready for the game show?
You know it, Ray. Ready to show myself up on everyone's behalf.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the chats that we've had beforehand, you were telling me how confident you are. You're telling me how you're going to win this. You're going to take this out.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I don't remember any of them. Ray, I think you need to have a mental health assessment because that wasn't me you were talking to.
May have been in my dreams. I don't know. Yeah. A big welcome to the show. Also, as well, OG co-host. He started it all. We kicked it off. Connor Shu. Connor Shu, welcome back. Good to have you.
Hello.
Yes,
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. And again, episode 50, episode 100. You're back for episode 200. How are you feeling for the game?
As many people would know following this podcast, I'm actually the 5 times world championship winner of Moon Knight trivia. So I'm here for number 6.
You've got some work cut out for
talk.
you. I like a bit of a little bit of pre-game banter. Also a big welcome back. He's got the best backdrop in this video conference or meeting. I don't know what you call it, Tommy, but Tommy, the man on the streets. Tommy, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello. It's good to see everybody this time. And really happy to be here. I missed y'all a lot. So
yeah, we've missed you too as well, Tommy. We know that life is very busy, and we've all got different schedules, but great to have you. For those that don't know, Tommy was one of the first guests on. I think Connor, you and I, we had on, and we chatted with Tommy. Got to know him as a very dedicated Moon Knight fan. Became the man on the streets, of course. Next up, we have another player, and I say that Playa. This is Phil, the Drop King Perich. Phil, how you going? Welcome back.
Hey, it's great to be back, Ray. I'm honored to be part of episode 200, as it's better well known, Ray, Rebecca, and a bunch of pasty white guys.
No, but Phil has been instrumental as well with supporting the show. And Phil, you've jumped in as host. You've jumped in as like co-host as well. You've done a couple of things called like Round Table Robin, the Sidekicks Revengeance. I believe that's how Tommy phrased it. So plenty of stuff. Listeners would be familiar with Phil. A big welcome to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Also, we have here a massive contributor. You hear him in some capacity every time we start the show. Noel Looney Tunes, how are you, Noel? Welcome back.
I'm good. Good to see most of you.
Excellent. Yeah, Noel says that because he's good to see most of everyone, but not me. Of course, in this sense,
I just
in the cordial sense.
Yes,
exactly. No, good to see you. Yes. Good to see you, Noel. Great to have you on board. I know you've been reading up on your trivia on Moon Knight.
Born to lose, baby. Born to lose.
Excellent. Putting a lot of faith in, giving a lot of faith for those that have written in and registered to be represented. Of course, as well, Josh Geronimo Johnson, rounding at the bottom left-hand corner of the video. How you going, Josh?
How's it going? What's up, guys?
Good. Josh as well, instrumental. Josh Geronimo has been on the likes of Isla Ra. Look, a few of you guys have as well. Josh, good to see that there's no Batman figures there behind you. Let's keep that nice and clean.
Plenty of posters, though.
Nice. I don't see Batman. I only see Moon Knight.
Exactly. No, a big thank you, Josh. And again, Josh has taken on board episodes by himself, hosting and co-hosting as well. Also, I like to call you the custodian of the 80s. Josh, he seems to have a lot of knowledge of 80s comics. So there you go. Josh has been on for Acts of Vengeance, stuff like that. So welcome. And we also have as well, Daniel doing, as I mentioned, Daniel, welcome to the show. Daniel is repping the Patroonies. He's the top tier Patroonie at the moment. So a huge thank you, Daniel, for your contribution and your support. But also a fantastic writer, creator of Fringe Knight. Welcome to the show.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy I just made it this far, man. I'm so happy. And this guy's happy too. We're both just so happy to be included.
Excellent. So Daniel, for those that can't see the video, Daniel's brought in a sock puppet of Moon Knight. No, he's cosplay mask of Moon Knight. He's probably his other personality. We don't know, but a big welcome to Daniel. And finally, as well, I'm going to have to put this in post-production, get the reverb, get the echo, the power of Chad. Chad. How you going, Chad?
Pretty great. my second drink, so
Excellent. I know it's a long intro. You might be well onto your third by the time we start. But Chad, fantastic.
6 in the morning, Chad.
bite me and all.
Chad is no stranger to the ITK community and the show as well. Frequent host as well as contributor, and all round, I guess, online presence, Chad, in the chat and stuff like that. So so it'd be good to have you here. How's your Moon Knight knowledge getting you? How is it going?
I guess you could say it's waxing and waning.
Hey, awesome, lovely,
Nice.
nice. We have to get the Moon Knight. I want to get
Someone's on form.
Yeah, exactly. I want to get some puns in there, guys. Wait till you hear what I came up with the name for the show. Anyway, before we kick off, guys, before we get into the game, a really quick bit of white noise. Now, you all must have heard of it. The announcement of the creative team for the new Moon Knight comic book series coming out in July. So Jed McKay and Alessandro Capuccio. Big apologies. I did say cappuccino the other episode, but that was just my brain. I was probably hungry. But I just want to open it up. What do you guys think of this creative team? How do you see the series going? Stuff like that. Tommy?
I'm really excited. I'm not very familiar with McKay or Capuccio, but time with Black Cat, Taskmaster, right? And I heard those were short but fun. So I'm really excited because it's another Moon Knight book, and I know it's probably just tied to the hype of getting the show ready, but more Moon Knight is good for me. So really excited.
Yeah, nice one. How about anyone else? Anyone else scared of the creative team? Phil?
No, I'm happy. Like I said, I've been reading Black Cat. It's been great. So, and I've heard nothing but good things about Taskmaster. So I think it's going to be a really good thing. Plus, like I was saying on my show, why are we getting this in June? Are we going to get a big announcement soon?
I don't know.
Because the show's not coming out yet. I thought, wow, they're dropping the book already, which is great for the fans. But I'm like,
we might finally
They're trying to get on top of it, like unlike that.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier book that ended up coming out way before the show did. So
well, that was supposed to come out end of last year, but
right. I'm gonna say maybe they're trying to line it up. They're like, no, we're getting out in front of this.
Yeah, I think my only concern about it is that I think in the blurb it said coming off the Avengers stuff.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't massively fond of. So
didn't the blurb say back to the streets or something? Like
which as well. Yeah, so I'm hoping. But I love McKay. I think Black Cat is one of the best things Marvel's putting out at the moment. Taskmaster's fantastic. The art that I've seen looks great. So overall, very excited. Hope there's some variant covers, as I said on the forums, because the McNiven one, I know a lot of people out there love it. It's just not my favorite style of art.
I agree with you, Rebecca.
But I figure that like all the number ones tend to have at least a couple of variants. So they may even get the Black Knight one recently just had a black variant, which is very cool. So maybe Moon Knight will get a nice white one.
I just want to know if Connor Ray and Rebecca are going to be in it again.
Connor died on the way back to his home planet, I'm afraid.
I'm going to get one of the blank covers and draw us in.
Yes, that's the only way we'll kind of get in. Daniel, you were about to say something?
Well, like, kind of jumping on what Rebecca was saying there, like, it's following this whole, the Age of Khonshu and Avengers thing. At the very end of it, like, they had Black Panther meeting with Moon Knight to be like, oh, well, you did kick all of our asses, so now we want you to join the Avengers. And Moon Knight's just like, no, you idiots don't know what's coming. So I'm going to do what I do best and go back to the streets and defend it with my 2 Khonshu Dan pans. So, like, I kind of had that inkling way back when I'm like, they're setting something up. Like, I didn't know if maybe they would do kind of like maybe like 10-page story in the back of the Avengers connecting to Moon Knight, or if he'd get his own series. But, like, I got that inkling from it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Did anyone notice as well that the logo of Midnight that they used very similar to the Charlie Houston? Yeah. And I'm wondering if there's any
that cover is big Houston vibes.
It is actually, yeah, absolutely. So
I really like the new logo. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got the black. For those that you know, it's got like a black sliver as well that runs across it. So yeah, I mean, very iconic the Moon Knight titles. Josh, any thoughts on the series?
Just happy to have more Moon Knight comics coming out.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's it. Baby, yeah. Hey, Chad as well. Any final thoughts on? You mentioned something about the Midnight Mission. I thought was interesting.
I was just pointing out that, it's kind of weird that he wants to institute the sanctuary and he's calling it the Midnight Mission. And IRL, there is a Midnight Mission in LA, and it's like a life assistance program.
Do you guys know this, or you American fellows? No. Yeah, I like the idea that it was Jeff Wild kind of midnight thing. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that it might be named after Jeff, kind of to maybe he could have done better if he wasn't a vigilante.
Yes, exactly. R.I.P.
I think that bit's going to be interesting. Be a bit like Heroes for Hire, but without the cost.
Yeah. It's certainly a different. I don't know. It's interesting. They haven't really given. Well, they're given it little bits and pieces. It just. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see how the tone of the series goes. But yeah, there you go, Loonies. If you haven't heard about it, has been confirmed by Marvel. There are links to the Marvel article and or the video, for marketing purposes for this upcoming series. Anyway, how does everyone want to win something? Nice segue. Here we go. All right, let's.
We're just playing for charity, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well let's let the games begin. Yes. Okay. So Loonies, this is it. Something a little different for the episode 200. We've got something. It's called The Price Is White. Is that okay? I don't know. Who wants to be a homicidal vigilante? Get that one there.
Face or no face?
Face or no face? That's a good one. If anyone's got any, please throw them out there. Superhero sweep. I don't know. This is a game show, and what we are going to do, listeners, it is 4 rounds. And as kind of alluded to, the 8 contestants here, the 8 hosts, they will be playing for the Loonies that have registered. And apologies, actually, we got more Loonies that registered in. Unfortunately, all the spots were filled. So maybe we can do something like this next time. But thank you so much for your support. Anyway, 4 rounds, guys. Okay, so round 1 is Know Your Moon Knight. Questions based on Moon Knight and the Moon Knight series. Okay. Round 2 will be Artist's Corner. So I'll throw up a comic panel for you guys. As well as a question. You got to recognize where it's from or whatever the question is. Third round is okay. So I should have said round 1, normal points. Round 2, double points. Round 3, into the knowledge. It's questions based on the ITK episodes. So 199 of them. And they will be regular points, but there are extra points available for bits of information that you can give me. Now, guys, everyone, as I said, I will be giving you points for good answers if they're not entirely correct. So just feel free to jump in. Also, the final round will be and this is triple points, will be who am I? Just one last question to end it all. And then I'll tally up the points I've even got this little spreadsheet here. I'll fill out the points and we'll find out who has won. Now, you guys, as mentioned, you guys are playing for some Loonies. So let's start off. Rebecca, who are you playing for at home?
I'm so sorry in advance to Corey Hardiman. Like, I apologize, but I am standing in for you. I'm here for you.
Excellent. If that isn't a vote of confidence or for you, Corey, I don't know what is. Fantastic. I might be listening. Conishu, who are you playing for?
Me and Justin the L, Osgood. We're gonna hoot it up or something. I should have thought of an Al.
Sorry,
better.
Sorry, Connor. Who?
Justin the Owl Osgood.
Who? Oh, okay.
You got me. I quit, actually.
Okay,
I quit.
Oh, no. No, we need you, Connor. We need you, Connor.
Justin, I'm out. Okay. You're on your own. Get in here.
Okay. Sorry about that. Noel, Looney Tunes, who have you got?
No idea.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
Nope.
Noel. Excellent. Noel is playing for James Young. These guys go way
great.
back. That's why Noel knows. Yeah, he's just joshing, of course. Chad, who are you playing for?
I'm representing Connor of the what was that podcast?
Oh yeah,
Iron Fist one. The Immortal Iron Fist Sons of the Dragon.
Excellent. And also Last Sons of Krypton Superman podcast. Get in there, plug it in, Ray. Good.
Never heard of
I have a
Proud of you, Ray. You
strange
did well.
feeling Chad's gonna win.
Chad is another dark horse. Look, I don't know.
Why? Just because two of Connor's co-hosts are here.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, Daniel, a very special one. Who are you playing for, my good sir?
Well, I'm playing for me and all the Patronies out there. You know,
Excellent.
you got to play to win.
Exactly. So Daniel is
the people.
Man of the people. Daniel is playing.
Got to get your Lockley on, man.
Exactly.
Go
Daniel is
Patroni!
playing. He's playing for himself, which is as good as a top Patroni. There, you have the ability. So good
Wait,
luck. Best
what?
of luck, Daniel. Yeah.
All right.
Tommy, and you are playing for
Derek O'Neill.
excellent,
Yeah.
Derek. Yay, from TV Podcast Industries. Derek, a fantastic podcaster. Best of luck, Derek. Tommy, you're in good hands, Derek. With Tommy, I'm sure he's got plenty of knowledge. Josh, yourself, who are you playing for?
I'm playing for Nelly Owls.
Excellent.
Owls? I don't know.
Alias. But anyway, Nelly, again, Josh, as I said, he's a custodian of a lot of knowledge. So you're in good hands there as well. So to listen intently. And finally, Phil, the Drop King, who I should mention hosts a show. I didn't say he plugs out. He hosts the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks. We do a little something at the end of the month as well on Scarlet Spider and the Ultimate Spidercast. Phil.
I have to apologize to Rafael Santos. You're stuck with me.
Oh, so Rafael Santos. I've seen Rafael in and around the traps for the community. So great to have him on board. And yep. And so guys, you are playing for the prize for this. Whoever gets the most points will be getting a copy of Marvel Monograph, The Art of Declan Shelby. So this is a nice little book that has great artwork, obviously. I'm not sure about the writing, but the art's good. No, I'm joking. It's I'm sure it's it's mainly like an art book. So fantastic stuff there and well worth it. So yeah, so everyone, is everyone ready? Has everyone got their hands on the buzzers?
Oh yeah.
I do now.
All set to go over here, Ray.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes up to see who is gonna answer first. I'll call out the name, and then you have the ability to answer. Okay, first question, round one. Know your Moon Knight. Here we go. What year did Moon Knight first appear in comics? Oh, Rebecca. That was Rebecca.
75.
Excellent, Rebecca. Ding, ding. And actually, I've got here as well an extra point if you can give me the month.
No, I can't. Sorry.
No worries. That's all right.
You got a 1 in 12 chance. Just swing for it.
That's all right. Well,
Let's go March, my birthday. But no.
No, that's unfortunately. Officially, it is August for mostly for the records, but I think it's actually May. But anyway, there we go. Okay, so Rebecca's off to a start. Corey, you're winning it so far. Here we go. Round question 2. Okay. Mark Spector was known to have a secret entrance to Grant Mansion. Okay, the entrance. Tommy.
Swimming pool.
Oh, okay. This is where you jump in. You should wait. Okay. Here the secret entrance to Grant Mansion. The entrance was via the swimming pool. Where did it end up? Well, I think Phil had it there.
It ended in the bedroom right in front of a scantily clad Marlene.
Well
Always.
done, Phil. There you go. No, Tommy, you were on the right track, but yeah,
Classic
absolutely.
Jeopardy mistake, Tommy. Classic Jeopardy mistake.
I know.
All right.
I hear Alex Trebek. Let me finish the question.
That's it. That's it. Okay. Hands on buzzers. Question 3. In West Coast Avengers Lost in Time and Space, or Time Space, who was apparently responsible for designing the weapons that moved? Daniel.
That would be Hawkeye, Ray.
Well done, Daniel. Rebecca, did you get that?
No.
Oh,
Kind
no,
of
I'm
knew,
just,
but-
you kind of, yeah, there you go. I just wanted to see that.
I'm just gonna say I kind of knew to all any you asked me about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Daniel, well done. Daniel gets in there. All right, moving on to question 4, guys. Here we go. Are you loving it? You living it? Here we go.
Playing to win, man. Playing to win.
Okay. In the Lemire Smallwood run, who was the psychiatrist in the asylum with Mark? Daniel.
Oh, I'm probably gonna butcher how to say it, but her name was Dr. Emmett, but she was in reality the crocodile goddess Amet. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Sobek, I believe. But anyway, that's fine. Dr. Emmett is correct. So well done. Well done, Daniel. Daniel has hit the lead there. Well done. Okay, here we go. Question 5, guys. Okay, get ready. What are Conquer Lord's pets of choice? Oh, is that Chad? Chad, I saw you there.
Rats.
Well done, Chad. Well done. Connor, you got in just after Chad. Sorry, I did say that. Sorry.
You gotta give me a chance to flip through my book so I can find these answers.
Okay. Let's wait to Daniel to look it up. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Going well. Nice little number. Question 6. Here we go. What was the name of Moon Knight's doppelganger in Infinity War? Daniel.
Moonshade.
Oh, Daniel, well done. That is correct. Moonshade was the evil doppelganger that wanted to take over the multiverse, right? He was, which in that seminal issue with all the different Moon Knights. Well done, Daniel. Daniel hitting his stride. Here we go. All right.
On fire.
On fire.
Gotta just flex your mind and just focus in on Moon Knight.
Okay, guys, hands on the buzzer or wave, do anything, call out. Here we go. What is Frenchie's real name? Oh, that was Phil, I believe.
Is it Jean Paul? Jean Paul?
Last name?
Last name, yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm going to have to give it to...
I have it.
Okay, no. Go for a no.
It's Duchamp, just like the artist.
Excellent. There we go. Jean-Paul Duchamp. So that one's for Noel there. Excellent. All right, as we go, hit the halfway mark of round 1. Here we go.
Wow.
You okay there, Rebecca? It's like...
That was my wow. That's halfway through round 1.
Are you all right, Rebecca?
I'm doing good. I've got coffee now.
You got coffee. Good. Just, inject
Coffee
it.
powered. Yeah.
I really want to see your background now, Rebecca. Okay.
Once the quiz is over.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Guys, get ready. Question 8. Who was the father of Moon Knight's would-be sidekick, Jeff Wild? Connor.
No,
Connor,
I didn't mean to click that. I've got no idea.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to go to Tommy.
Oh,
then.
wait. If I could guess.
Okay, go. Yeah.
Yeah. You can
No,
guess.
I just remember he hung out in the water a lot and got thrown through a sewer. I don't
That's
remember
it.
his name.
Yeah, him. What's his name? Come on. You've got one in infinity chance.
The bloke with the mallet. I don't know.
Oh,
What did he have in
okay,
those?
I'm going to have to give it
Nah.
to Josh then. Josh came in second. Josh, what do you got?
That would be Anton Mogart.
Oh, yes. And okay, well then for extra points, his alias.
Oh, Midnight Man.
Okay, well done. There you go. Actually, it was the other way around, bloke. I was after Midnight Man, extra points, Anton Mogart, but you've gone for both. That's good. Well done. Extra point there, Josh. All right. Question 8. In Mark Spector Moon Knight, issue 25, written by Howard Mackie, who teamed up with Moon Knight to Phil?
Ghost Rider.
Well done, Phil.
Nice.
Yep, that's it.
Hell yeah.
Are you guys knowing it?
Typical Mackie.
Typical Mackie. Yeah, exactly. Question 10. Here we go. In Werewolf by Night 32, going way back. What organization hired... Oh, that was Conishu.
The committee?
Yes, well done, Conishu.
I was hoping it wasn't like the collective or something. I was like, oh, wait.
All right. Sizzling here, sizzling. Okay, in issue, question 11, we're going here. In both The Vengeance of the Moon Knight and the Max Bemis run, what variation of costume do we see from Moon Knight when he's forced... Chad?
Is the society's purple?
Oh, unfortunately not. No, that is right. But that wasn't in The Vengeance of the Moon Knight. Rebecca.
Boxer shorts.
Excellent. There you go. Boxer shorts.
Of course you would get that.
I'm
Tailored
like,
for Rebecca.
I almost stressed out there when I realized
know
what he was asking, and I was like, if I don't get this one right, I might as well just leave now.
I don't know what you mean, Noel. What's up? Open to everyone there. Okay, here's a little. Okay, this one will require maybe potentially some thought. Okay, here we go. Question 12. In the early days, which identity did Marlene prefer? Who was that? That was Tommy.
Actually, I think I was maybe second.
Second, okay. Who was first?
I'll take first if nobody's gonna.
It wasn't me. I'm calling myself out. It wasn't me.
I'll say I was first. You know.
Yeah.
It looked like Daniel to me.
Yeah, because Daniel needs points.
Okay, Daniel.
Yeah, I believe she preferred Stephen Grant.
Well done. Absolutely correct. She preferred the rich fella as opposed to the dodgy guy or the guy that kills people. Kind of makes sense. All right. Well, the sensible one. Here's the sensible one. Okay. Keep on saying issue. Not episode. Question 13. Here we go. No, it's only water, mind you, Phil. Okay, here we go. Which ex-SHIELD agent does Mark Spector employ to help him eventually thwart Count Nefaria's plan? I believe that was Chad.
I believe that was Buck Lime.
Yes, well done, Chad. Buck Lime. It's a cool name. That's why I picked that question.
Really?
Just wanted to hear it again.
He deserves a margarita.
Only weakness.
Sorry, what was that, Chad?
Sounds like he deserves a margarita.
Oh, Chad and I were on the same wavelength here. Okay, here we go. Second last question to finish round 1. In West Coast Avengers Annual number 2, Death and Texas.
My favorite issue.
Moon Knight battles the Black Knight. Who wins? And how do they win? No.
Oh, and how do they win?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, you can let me know who wins first.
Wait, what was the question? Go to somebody else.
No, come on. Moon Knight battles Black Knight. Who wins?
Moon Knight.
Yep, there you go. I'll give you that. That will be half points.
But I don't remember how.
Yeah, I did say how. So if you can remember. Half a point. No. Yeah, it's half a good.
Remember, I literally just went over it too a couple weeks ago when you guys did, but I forgot.
Yeah.
So you can give a half point to someone else.
I'm gonna open it up to everyone else. Do you know how Moon Knight? Who's that? Who said that? Chad.
Yep.
Yes. How does it happen?
He foiled him with his cape.
Excellent stuff, Chad. He does. Well done. Fantastic. And again, yeah, as Noel mentioned, it was featured in a recent episode. Final question for round 1. Know Your Moon Knight. According to the series Mark Spector Moon Knight, Who is Mark's great-great-grandfather? Oh, Daniel. Daniel's gone up.
I will. Oh, I gotta get my microphone, otherwise you guys can't hear me.
Good job, Scott.
I believe it is Seth.
Well done. Can you give me your last name, or? But I mean, that's fine. I'll take it.
I'm just gonna nod and say yes.
Excellent. Seth nodding yes.
Computer. Computer.
Seth,
I mean, it sounds good to me.
Hello,
Yep.
computer.
no, Seth is right. Seth Falcon. PH. Falcone. Yeah.
Falcon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have said
Palcon.
Spectre.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcon.
Falcon. There you go. Everyone, that ends at round 1. Go team. Everyone's going well. I don't know who's winning. I know Daniel's getting there, but we've got a fair few. We've got a couple of answers there from Rebecca, Noel, Phil. Everyone's in there. Okay. We're going to Artist Corner now. Double points. So each question was worth 10 points that last round. I'm going up to 20. I'm doing it in factors of 10 because, it's very easy for me. Okay. I'm going to throw up an image, okay? Now, you've got to wait for the question because it could ask you about anything on that image, okay? So, let me do it. Let me just share technology. Khonshu, please be with me.
Make sure you see
Okay,
it right.
everyone, you can see that, yeah? Okay,
Yes.
that's just a placeholder. Here we go. Let me get the. What's happening? 1 second. I'm not right. I'm not left-handed, so I gotta. Okay.
Also, I could do this perfectly.
Okay, here we go. First picture. You see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now the question is, in the Jeff Lemire Greg Smallwood run was that your hand, Noel?
No, I was itching my head.
Oh. Okay, okay. In the Jeff Lemire Greg Smallwood run of 2016. I'm on the edge here. Which real life actor did Smallwood portray Frenchie as? Rebecca.
I don't know, but it looks like Luke Evans.
Oh, I did. Yeah, not that I've got not on here, but he could. Maybe he did. I don't know. Tommy, your hand was up next.
I'm blanking on his first name, but last name Depardieu.
No, not God. What's his name? Gerard Depardieu. No, he was what was he? The guy with that French. No, anyway, that's not him. Anyone else? Takers. No.
I know what he's in.
Yeah, I know who it is now, but I don't know his name. So.
Oh, okay. Chad. I can't give you that. But
Chad.
Sorry.
He was the ballet instructor in Black Swan.
Correct. Tommy.
I was just gonna say Vincent Price based off of this image, but
very close. Sorry, I'm gonna have to give a big cross for that one. Vincent Cassel was the French actor. Yeah. Sure. Okay. No worries. Excellent.
I was gonna say Jean Reno.
Oh, he's awesome. He's an awesome actor. But no, French as well.
I was gonna say he has a mustache. J.K. Simmons.
All right.
I need more pictures.
Yeah, more pictures. Here we go. Second question. Wait for the question. Here we go. What is going on? What is that? Okay. Let me just stop that and start that again. Okay.
Well, that is utter blackness.
That is correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
No points for
Black
that,
Spectre walking around at midnight.
Chad Soul.
My soul.
Come on. Why aren't you working? Well, that one
personal array.
Internet?
Could be the internet. No. Not.
Damn koalas.
Oh my god.
Drop bears.
Drop bears. Sorry guys. A little technical difficulty here.
You have to double click it, right?
I've just lost picture in this. Oh, okay, don't worry. I'm going to put it in on this screen.
While we're reminiscing for episode 200,
Yes.
I'd like to take you back to one of my favorite moments when we were reviewing the Moon Knight Funko Pop. And Ray wanted to show how it was glowing in the dark. And I think it was me and Chad and Ray. And he goes, I'll just put my computer down, and just stops the recording.
That's correct.
Trying to get his Funko to glow.
What?
But it looked cool.
Why isn't this opening? Okay, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna share this other thing now. Share a portion of the screen. Come on, Ray. Oh, here we go. Okay, you might want to see this then. Okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's a little image because I can't seem to.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, ready. Second question. Name the artist. Tommy?
Teixeira?
No. Sorry. I know it's a Knowles. So
bad with names.
Tommy?
Can I keep going if nobody else is?
Yeah, keep going, Tommy.
Go, have another go.
Edwards?
Correct. Yes, it is. First names? Doesn't matter. I'll give it to you.
Tommy Edwards.
It is your first name as well, Tommy. So I'm assuming that you... Tommy Lee Edwards. Well done. Oh, geez, these images.
His wife.
I knew. I just didn't know his name. I love. That's from. That was from like the 2-minute series.
Yep.
Yes,
The
that
90s,
was.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. Okay, let me see if this one will pop up. No. So I'm going to do... Sorry, guys, you're going to have to work with this folder thingamajiggy. If that was clear enough. Okay, here we go.
This will make a great podcast.
Okay, here we go. Which issue is this panel from? Tommy, sorry.
I'm blanking on the name of the story, but that's definitely a Moon Knight annual.
That is correct. Yes. Do you know the name?
It's
Oh, hang on.
I think I got it.
Sorry, I cut out there for a sec. What was that? What was that, Tommy? Did you say? Can you please repeat?
Yeah, I don't have the full title, but definitely a Moon Knight annual.
Okay.
2006 era and
Oh,
something with Christmas.
That's true. That's true. I'll have to ask Chad.
I think it's Silent Night, Deadly Night with Kate.
That's it. Well done. Well done. Close there, Connor. Very close. But
I had the wrong annual anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Everyone's a winner. Okay.
No,
so
you didn't.
Oh no, you didn't?
No, it's carry on.
Oh, okay. Geez, these images are going great. Okay, question 4. Again, this is a bit small. Let me make it. Can I make it larger there? Okay, here we go.
We're not going to judge you for size, Ray.
That's what she said.
Okay, again,
Are we doing
name.
Smallwood yet?
No, not yet. No.
Oh, Chad, you're not on yet.
Oh, Smallwood.
Okay, this is another one. Okay, I'll give you the question now before I put it up. Name the artist, and again, extra points if you can tell me. Oh no, let me just. Oh yeah, if you can tell me what Moon Knight is asking Crawley for. Okay, see that?
What's the follow-up question, Ray?
Who's the artist? Phil, and what is Moon Knight asking of Crawley?
I would guess information.
That's true. Who's the artist though? Phil? I can only give you 5, Phil, because that was the second. That was extra points. Who gets the 20 points can tell me who the artist is. Tommy?
Bill Sienkiewicz?
No, sorry. Phil again.
It's not Smallwood, is it?
No, Conishu. That isn't
Is
Phil.
it last name Torres, right? What's the
Oh,
what's the
you're
first name?
getting close, and I'm going to stick with it because I need you guys to get this one. No, it's almost close. You're on the right track there, Conishu. Think of that run and all the different artists there.
Okay, so it's not Torres. It's the other mate.
Come on,
Yeah.
yes, say it. Say, Connor. You know you want to.
Scream
it out.
I do want to.
To the top of the mouth.
Remember it.
Anyone else? Anyone? I'm gonna have to stop. Bang.
Something with a G.
Rebecca. So Rebecca's got one.
Francavilla.
There you go. Rebecca,
Nice.
20 points. Francesca
Connor really gave me
Francavilla.
it. So
well, Connor's Phil's got a bit there.
This is how this works.
Okay, look, I'll give you guys 10 points each. How's that?
thank you.
10 points there.
Perfect.
Connor and Phil gets a 5 points for the information. That was actually, in hindsight, Phil, that was quite generic, that answer that you gave me.
2.5 points.
The real answer was Intel for Midnight Man. But yeah, I mean, he's asking for information. I can't say that you're wrong. So,
Exactly.
so there you go.
Well, offhand, I mean, in the past, he has asked Crowley for painkillers. So
Yeah, my mind did go to
Yes.
drugs for some reason. I'm not sure why.
let's
Absolutely.
not pursue that.
Not so
Connor.
much ass. Give me my effing pills.
yeah, I recall that with the Black Knight duel.
Oh, yes. Drugs are plenty. Heady days, those ones. Here we go. Question 5. And I want you to please let me know what happens. God, I wish you could open this one. Hang on. I'm going to persevere, and I'm going to open this one. Okay. I want you to tell me what happens next. You see that? Tommy.
I got it.
Mark and his other personalities fist fight himself in the middle of a park in boxer shorts.
Oh, you got the right series wrong though. Chad, you had that though. You had it next.
I believe they're about to start torturing him on the Isle of Ra.
Excellent,
The hot
Chad.
tables.
Oh, excellent. You've actually answered both. The extra points was if you can tell me where Mark is. So well done. Woman with hot knitting needles tortures Mark, semicolon, Isle of Ra. Well done. Well done, Chad. 4 points there. Extra points. What's that? Another 10 points, 30 points. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Last question for this round. This sizzling round. Here we go. I'm going to do this sharing thing again. Okay. I would like you to name the artist. Okay. And then I'll give you the second extra thing if you can name the artist for me, please. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, Tommy, and then Phil. Tommy and Phil.
Bill Sienkiewicz.
No, sorry. Phil.
That was going to be my guess.
Oh, no. Oh, who was that? Rebecca.
Doug Munch.
Oh, no. Close. Who's there? Come on, anyone else?
Oh,
Tommy. Tommy, right?
Next guess, Don Perlin.
No. I'll give you a clue here, and I'm not leaning towards anyone here. Noel,
Yeah,
we reviewed this issue.
Names. I know who.
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
done this issue.
We talked about Moon Knight's butt on this one. So if you can remember.
So nope, I don't remember names of anybody. Nope. Who are you?
Okay.
How do you pronounce your last name?
yeah, fair enough. Okay, no one. I'm gonna have to go. No, any last takers? Oh, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel.
Dennis Cohen.
Oh, there you go, Dennis. Yep. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well done, Dennis Cohen. Not to be mistaken. Not to be mistaken with his brother Leonard. And also extra points if you can tell me the origin of the blacksmith. How did he come to be, Daniel? Yep. I mean, well, this is your first go. So, yes.
Oh yeah. Again, just so happy to be able to place on the board here. You know, you just got to play with. Blacksmith was sort of a no-name, low-level goon in prison who read news articles about Moon Knight and was like, "Oh well, that's how you make a name for yourself. You've got to have a gimmick." So somehow he inexplicably is able to make weaponry in the prison like workshop, and like the guards are just like, "Oh, he's making like these tongs that like
That's it.
superheat up to burn people's flesh off. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's part of his therapy.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct there. Give the man a gold star, full points. Yeah, exactly. And you even mentioned the super hot self-heating forceps. So very impressed there. Very impressive, Daniel. And that ends round 2, everyone. Proud.
My co-host is very happy.
Oh, excellent. Cats are no strangers to the show. Okay. All right. We are going into round 3, guys. Here we go. Come on, Josh. Come on, lift those feet. Come on, soldier. Here we go. Now, this is into the knowledge. This is all to do with ITK episodes, guys. This is your forte. You came on this show hand chosen because you have been on the episodes. You have been on the show. You know your shizzle. So, question 1. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got to get the audio ready.
That Cohen art out of here.
Okay. Okay, and I will get that one. Okay, here we go. All right. First question. Oh, it's a bit weird. Okay. First question. In episode 50 of Into the Night, the co-hosts head to the Isle of Ra to meet special guest Jason Burrows. What superpower does Khonshu obtain in order to make it to the island? What Khonshu?
Don't it just swim real fast?
Well, come on, Connor. I'll throw you a bone here. Yes, you do. But what do you do in order to swim real fast?
Oh, kick my legs?
Yes, in a way, yes. I'm going to give it to you, Khonshu. I'm going to give it to you.
No, I want to see what Rebecca says first. No, she had
okay, but
Rebecca.
I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it to you, Khonshu, anyway. So, but yeah, but I'll give you that there. Okay, Rebecca. Yes.
I just wanted him to be turned into a shark.
Well, he turns into something. What's that? Chad, you
a boat?
Yes, Chad. What was your answer?
Was it astral projection?
That was you. Anyway.
Dolphin. Maybe it's a dolphin.
I'm giving it to Connor because you did say as well boat. So Connor, let's have a listen to what happened to you. If I can, here we go. Come on, work for me here. Here we go. Question.
You just have to listen to myself on my own podcast.
I know. Here we go.
Thanks, Khonshu. You know who I truly am on the inside. A robot that turns into a submarine.
There you go.
He's got the editing in there.
There you go. Khonshu turns into a submarine. But I'll give you full points there, Connor. Because that was, nudge, nudge, that was your question. Anyway, here we go.
Okay.
Second question of round 3. High Priestess Khonshu, Rebecca. Oh, Connor, sorry, you've still got your hand up.
Just prepared. Don't worry about it.
Okay. High Priestess Khonshu, Rebecca made her first appearance on Into the Night in episode 7, titled "We Need to Talk About That Mooncopter." What does Rebecca attribute to her introduction to Moon Knight? How did Rebecca get Rebecca? Surprisingly,
my sister.
Oh, let's have a listen and see if indeed, Rebecca, you are right about yourself.
Getting used to this 3 Skype business. Rebecca, how did you sort of get into Moon Knight? What was your big introduction?
My sister's a massive fan, my older sister.
There you go, Rebecca. Well done. Full points for that one. Jeez. Yeah, and you were worried at the beginning. What's going on? Here we go. Question 3. Okay, here we go. I've got to keep my eyes on all 8 panels. Name all the podcasts involved in the Damnation crossover event.
Ooh.
Who did we podcast apart from? Oh, Phil.
Of course, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast, Sons of the Dragon, the Immortal Iron Fist podcast, Inner Demons.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one more?
There's one more. There were 4.
Oh, was it the Name War podcast?
Come on, Phil. I'm going to throw you a bone here again. Just give it another go. You were almost there.
Throw me a freaking bone here.
I think Rebecca's next.
No, I think Connor.
Oh, Connor. Okay, Connor. So sorry, Phil. I'll just hold you in there. Look, you've got 3/4 of it, so I'll give you that. Connor Shu, can you?
Last one, our good mates at the Defenders TV podcast.
Well done. There you go, Connor Shu. So, yep. So 15 and 5 there, Connor Shu. Actually, Phil, I was actually going to mark you wrong because we were Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast back then. So sorry, 0 points for you. 0.
Sorry, that's
Respect the history.
So no, only joking. You're in. Okay, here we go. Question 4. The Isle of Ra sessions has proven to be a staple for the show, where guests come on to talk about their top 4 desert island books. Okay. Who was first on the official Isle of Ra show back in episode 40? Tommy?
I'm going to go with Chad.
Oh, no. Sorry. Connor Shu. Sorry, Tommy.
Was it Tommy?
No, Tommy. No, Tommy's actually not
No?
done one. He's unofficially kind of
What?
done one because we did talk
Tommy,
about.
come on.
Yeah, I
Go
know.
back in time. Let's change this.
Anyone else? Josh, you want to get in? Who was that? Chad? What did?
I think it was you, Ray.
No, it wasn't. I came in a bit late. No, but good try. Working towards my my narcissistic side. Josh, your attempt. Here we go.
I think it was the other Connor.
Yes, it was. Well done, Josh. Excellent.
Ooh, lovely
The other Connor, and Josh, I'm going to open it up to you here. Extra points if you can name any of Connor's top 4 books.
Oh,
you don't have
geez.
to, but yeah.
Oh,
Rebecca,
yeah,
no, okay, Rebecca, here for just the extra points.
Born Again.
Ooh.
I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Born Again.
Give me
Whatever
2
happened
goes.
to the Man of Tomorrow? What's the
No,
big
that was
famous Superman one?
yeah. That well now you've spoiled it. That was Phil. You're one.
They're all going to be Superman or Daredevil. I'll tell you that.
Phil?
Is there an Iron Fist in there somewhere?
No, Phil. Oh, you crash and burn there, Phil.
Guardian.
Connor Shu.
Was it an All-Star Superman issue?
That's the one.
No,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. No, actually. So okay, no extra points there. That will go to. So this one goes to Josh. You're right, Rebecca. There was a Daredevil 304. Oh, hang on. I forgot to. Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, I'll forget that audio. But yes, it was kind of Superman Peace on Earth. You also picked that annual, Rebecca, you're talking about. Superman Annual Volume 1, Issue 11. I think it's the man who has everything.
Oh, yeah. For the man who
that's
has
a good
everything.
one.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites.
I was close.
You were close. Okay, I'll give you 2 points there, Rebecca. Why not?
Thanks.
Why not? Okay. Question 5. Now, Ray, remember to hit the button. Remember, hit the audio. Okay, here we go. Into the Night, episode 100. Come on, guys, you must know that one. Titled Loony Palooza, was a bumper milestone show clocking in at over 4 hours. It contained interviews, giveaways, and serial adventures. In addition to this, some loonies sent in their dear conchus. What did Josh Geronimo ask? Any takers there?
Josh doesn't even know. How we?
I don't even remember doing that.
Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Let's just hear. I mean, I'm not too sure. Let's just hear
His 2 front teeth.
What did he ask?
Dear Khonshu, my name is Josh Geronimo Johnson. And does it piss you off that the Inhumans live on your domain?
There you go. So Josh asked about the Inhumans living on Conchu's domain. There you go. Now, I'm going to throw it out to everyone now. It's open to everyone for extra points. If anyone can tell me, if you can guess what the host's responses were to this. Because we had to answer. It was a Dear Conchu. We had to answer the question. So any ideas? You can... Okay, Daniel. Yes.
I'm gonna say oh man. I'm gonna say he wasn't just because they were paying rent.
Okay. It's good that sorry, Phil. And Phil, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say I believe High Priest of Khonshu Ray probably made a not so funny joke about real estate and then giggled like a schoolgirl.
You'd probably be right about the not so funny joke. Rebecca, any ideas as well?
No, but I know how I would answer it now, and that would be to say that Khonshu appreciates having Lockjaw on his domain, so everything else is forgiven.
Well, let's have a listen.
I don't think Khonshu would mind.
No.
I think he would have allowed it to happen. Like, why not?
Probably would have gotten more followers that way. Live on the moon, join the cult.
So pulling the strings.
Get a little. Yeah.
There's your unfunny joke.
Converts.
Well, if you get Black Bolt on your side, he's a pretty, and Medusa, I mean, pretty heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Crystal, oh gosh,
Right?
Crystal's huge. Like,
Look, really, Lockjaw.
Just sounds like you've got a crush, Ray.
There you go, Lockjaw. No, I just want. Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I have a big crush on Black Bolt. Medusa. Oh yeah, Medusa as well. Yeah, Rebecca. Yeah, you hit it on the nail there. You came in a little late there. I was going to give 5 points to Phil, 5 to Daniel.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I was just thinking how I would answer it now, so it wasn't really based on knowledge.
But you did, and that was good. So there you go. 5 points each for you. Question 6. Okay, sticking to episode 100, the hosts discussed who they wanted to see helm the next Moon Knight series. Who did Chad name as his writer of choice? Who did Chad name he wanted to have right?
2018, 2019?
Yeah, 2018, 2019. Chad, you figured it. Chad, yep. Here we go.
Did I say McFarlane?
Conishu next, and then Rebecca. No, Chad. No. Damn. Not, unfortunately. Conishu.
Himself?
No. Rebecca.
Matt Rosenberg.
Close. And Tommy, we're going to end it out with Tommy's there.
Donnie Cates.
No, but they're all good answers. I'm giving you all guys 5 points each. That's really good. Let's hear who Chad wanted to helm the Moon Knight series.
Chad, who would you want? This is a big one. Who would you want to see helm the new series then?
Honestly, I really want to see Jason Aaron's do it. I read all through his Thor, up to now, and I just really need that kind of, grandiose storytelling. Because up until now, it's been kind of just Moon Knight related.
There you go. Chad, do you still wish for Jason Aaron?
You still wish that, Chad?
Fucked up, Chad.
It's all Chad's fault.
So that happened.
It's amazing how innocent we were. Like Jason Aaron was an excellent call back then.
It was.
Yeah. But that's obviously why none of us can think of it now.
Exactly. Okay, question 7. Okay, and this is in no way pandering towards people. In question 7, when did Delita's song List of Demands premiere as the Into the Night opening theme tune? I love Noel's reaction. When did Chad?
Was that episode 110, 120?
Oh no, and kind of close, I guess. Conishu.
I was just gonna say episode 100.
No, Tommy, and then Phil.
Episode 50.
Close. Oh, actually, we might just go who's closest, and then Phil.
I'll just guess episode 75.
Oh, okay, episode 68. I think that's Phil then. So that's close. And special points, extra points here, Phil, if you can tell me who was a special guest on this very special show. Episode 68.
Was it Noel?
No. Noel was he came in a bit later there. Anyone else? I'm going to throw it out there. Extra points. I'll give a little clue. Tommy, you were on that episode.
Max Bemis.
There you go, Tommy. Points for you there, Tommy. Max Bemis was on there. Probably one of our most unpopular episodes, only because the audio was bad. Actually got a roasting on one of the ratings because, they gave us 1 or 2 stars or something because the audio. But, it's a learning experience. Exactly. All right. Okay. Question 8, guys. Here we go. Halfway through this big round. The Into the Night serial adventure, The Hunt for Khonshu's Golden Scepter, is carving its own universe based on real-life loonies who are part of the ITK community. Tommy plays the man on the street. What is the name of the bar Tommy visits in order to meet up with his informant, Gabe? Damn it, Tommy! Tommy, did you raise your hand there?
No. I'm just gonna see if I have that script buried somewhere on my computer.
Phil's got to come in.
The Ray Bar and Grill.
Oh yeah, well I'm going to give you points for that one, just because again pandering towards the host. Well done.
You knew it. You look right on that butt, kids. That's how you get the points.
Okay, well I'll give that one to Phil. Yeah, sorry.
Oh wait, no, that's the cult.
Yeah, sorry, I had to give that one to Phil, but it's open. The extra points is open. If you can tell me what is the item that Gabe brings into the bar. What is Gabe carrying? Daniel. Oh.
I believe it was a map.
Look, I'm going to give you, because you tried. That's very good of you, Daniel. I'm going to give you 5 points there. Phil, okay.
What do you? Gracious host.
Marijuana for Tommy.
Okay, that's another 5 for Phil. Okay, I'm going to stop now before I give everyone points. It was a teapot. Well done. Loved it all. Okay, excellent. Here we go. Question 9, guys. I really don't know who's winning because I'm throwing points around here. Episode 9. In episode 192, an idle chat on crossover events. Special co-host Daniel Doing talks about a particular character. Who is Daniel? Oh, hey, you got to listen to this. Sorry, that makes sense if you actually listen to it. Who is Daniel referring to about this character? Okay, here we go.
I love how they take these characters that usually just get like tossed around like ragdolls by like, the Avengers.
Chad put his hand. Chad's gone up.
I believe it was the telephone operator.
No, I know who you're talking about. That's more Justin the Owls. Daniel, you raised your hand.
Shit.
Oh no, I'll let it finish playing.
Okay. Oh, okay. I might have to restart it. Okay, here we go.
And they show the fact that like, oh, holy crap, they actually are like superpowered beings. And you've got a former French legionnaire and a guy with possible DID going up against him.
Yeah.
And you see like they seem like a joke in like the grand scope of things, but like if you're at a street level thing, these guys are like, there's a reason they're like.
Phil.
Is it Count Nefaria?
Oh, close. I'm tempted to give you more points, Phil, but I'm hoping someone will get this. Daniel.
I believe we were talking about like, oh man, I'm blanking on his name. Thunderstrike, I believe it was.
Very close. I can't give that one. Let's have a listen to what it was. Oh, sorry, Chad. I'll give you one chance. Chad?
Was it Killer Shrike?
There you go. Chad's got it. There we go. Killer Shrike. Let's hear it.
And also, incidentally, as well, Daniel, I think later on, one of the fan favorites, Killer Shrike, a mutant.
There you go. Well done, Chad. Well done. All right. How you going, Noel? Are you all right? Stretching the legs? Excellent. You won't want to miss this one. Question 10. Here we go. For episode 150, milestone episode, The Collective Cometh. Who was the special guest on episode 150? Josh, this is where I put you.
Was it Tom Brevoort?
There you go, Josh. Well done. Big points there, Josh. Tom Brevoort, and I will give you extra points if you can name, I'm going to say at least 2 of the series that he has on his pull list or he's reading.
Oh, I have no idea.
No worries. Let me just. Sorry, I forgot to.
We have with us executive editor as well as senior vice president of publishing at Marvel Comics, associate editor. He does it all. Tom Brevoort. Tom, well,
there you go, Tom. Well done. Okay, question 11. Here we go. We are in the home stretch here. In a bonus episode on Deleta, on the Other Void EP. According to Noel, what band did the show Portlandia and weren't good live, opposed to their recordings? No, that's not the reaction. Tommy, swooping in.
Muted, buddy.
Yeah, Tommy.
sorry.
Muted.
Oh, sorry, Tommy's
Was
muted.
was it the Decemberists?
No, but I'll give you some points there.
What a punch out of the Decemberists.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you 5. No.
What was the question?
Who did the show? Yeah, what band did the show Portlandia? And they aren't good live, as opposed to the actually recording. We're talking about how bands are shit, like when they're live sometimes, opposed to the actual albums. Chad,
what does it have to do with
Portlandia?
Danzig, look, Chad, I'm going to give you one. You mentioned
Chad
one
doesn't
fella.
always come back to Danzig, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay, Danzig was on Portlandia, so.
Okay.
Joe Biafra.
Yeah, he's good though. Yeah, you mentioned one of the band members from this band was on Portlandia. Let's have a listen. Okay, I'll give them points to Tommy and Chad for this, just for their remarks. But let's have a listen to what you had to say, Noel.
That's
Can't
very
do it.
disappointing.
And sometimes that's cool, Like, do you remember there used to be a band? They've come back again now, but called Sleater Kinney.
No.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, there was a band here from the States called Sleater Kinney.
Mm-hmm.
One of them actually did that show called Portlandia with the.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Ray just kind of like NFI, but they're Noel Sleater Kinney. I'm going to look them up.
Yeah,
I'm going to listen to them.
She's on the freaking show. I should remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy and Chad. Yeah. Okay, question 12 in the ITK serial, The Hunt for Conscious Golden Scepter. Who are the 3 deities that Chad runs into whilst in outer space? It's an old one. It's in episode 4. Chad, did you? Well, no, Phil. Okay. Well, you would know Phil, no? Yeah.
Just a guess here, because I can't remember. Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker.
Yo, I'm going to give you. Hey, Konoshu, you're in there.
Danzig. Yeah. That's about all I have for that joke.
All right, no worries. I'm going to give both of you 10 points each. That was good. It was Thoth, Horus, and Ma'at. Now, Phil, you are actually playing the role of Thoth.
I remember my own name.
He's Thothy.
Thothy. But anyway, I love that. Ribbon Chad there. It always gives points.
We love you, Chad.
Okay, question 13. In the first episode of Roundtable Robin, featuring Phil, Josh, and Chad, all you guys are here. So come on. What? Oh, God. Okay, this is a question. What are the only Superman comics Josh won't read? Would read, sorry. What are the only Superman comics? Josh, yep, here we go.
Either ones where he's dead or his origin stories.
Well, let's have a listen. I think you're right, Josh. I mean, you did say it, so.
The only Superman stories that I like are either origin stories, which I haven't read the year one. I'm not going to, but origin stories, or I like the death of Superman and the reign of the Supermen.
Yeah. There you go. Well done, Josh. There, got it. Well done. 20 points for you.
I gotta put that in my tombstone.
Okay, question 14. In episode 114 of the Isla Ra sessions, the truth is out there, but I missed it. Who did Derek from TV Podcast Industries and Ray meet face to face to have a chat with in the Isla Ra? Who did Derek and Ray meet on Derek's Isle of Ra? Chad.
Was it Mephisto?
No, I think we probably did. Noel?
The Khonshu?
No, or he pops up every now and again. I missed. There was another person that put their hand up. There's Daniel. Then
I believe it was the Sun King.
no. Good guess. Who are those three? And Rebecca, rounding it out.
Nick Fury.
Oh, well done. Let's
Got it. Yes.
let's have a listen. Rebecca. Hello, Nick.
About damn time.
How are you? Yes. There you go. Nick Fury makes an appearance on the Isle of Ra. Well done, Rebecca. 4 points, 20 points. Okay, second last question of this round in episode 111, 111. Legs 11 plus another one. Of September 2019, Acts of Vengeance. A lot of bad and a lot of good. What were the first Acts of Vengeance issues that Josh read? Phil?
Was it Spider-Man?
No, Josh, you come in. Sorry, Phil.
It would have been the Moon Knight issues.
Well done there. A cheeky little question there from Ray. I snuck it in. Moon Knight being the answer there. I'm pretty proud of myself. But there you go, Josh. Well done. Well done, Josh. Okay, he's picked up a big swag of 20 points. And last but not least, question 16, the last question of this round. In the April Fool's episode of 2020, who did Ray swap with in hosting Phil?
That would be the biggest April Fool myself.
Well done, Phil. And you are allowed this extra points question if you can tell me who you co-hosted with.
Was it Tommy?
Oh my gosh! I'm going to open up to everyone else. Come on, Phil. Anyone else? It wasn't Tommy.
I got it.
Josh had it.
Chad?
No.
Chad,
you got it. What have you got? Chad?
Josh, go for it.
No, Josh said. Oh no, I thought Josh, your answer was Chad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't Chad. Chad, what was your answer?
I was gonna go with Lilith.
No.
Fire.
No.
Shit.
Look, I'm gonna give you guys 3 points each. 3 points each there. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was Phil. Was it Josh? Chad? Anyone else want 3 points? Throw me a name. Go, Daniel.
I'll say Moon Knight himself.
Moon Knight.
Co-host.
Okay, Daniel, you get 3. And Tommy, to round it out, who else?
Connor Shoe.
Oh, and Connor as well. No, Connor Shoe, last one. Did you put your hand up?
No, not even a fan in hand. I'm sorry.
Oh, give it a go. Okay, no worries. It was Dustin. Dustin. Cold Case Kurtz. He's a big Batman fan, so he wanted to come on the show talk to you, Phil. Alrighty, there. That ends round 3, everyone. Well done. A lot of points had. That's brilliant. Okay. Now, this is, the last question of the whole game. This could sway your results. Triple points, 30 points, 30 big points for this last question. It's a who am I? Okay, so listen carefully. I'll be looking out for any hands. Who am I? I was born on the 10th of August, 1973. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area and graduated from Bellarmine College Preparatory in San Jose, California. I wrote my first novel while completing a Bachelor of Arts degree from Harvard University and a master's from Trinity College, Oxford, in Shakespearean tragedy. At Harvard, I studied under psychologist Jordan Peterson, who would later influence my style of writing. Apart from writing, I found success in both pole vaulting and soccer during my college years. Any takers? I'm a New York Times Connor Shoe. Oh, wow. Go.
Oh, I was just going to guess Jeffrey Wild.
Jeffrey Wild. I'm going to keep you on there, Connor. Just you might get some points there. Phil?
Complete guess, Charlie Houston.
I'm going to may give you a few little points there. Keep on going. Apart from writing, I found success in. I'm a New York Times best-selling author for 15. Tommy.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh, no, but don't worry, you're going to get some points. 15 of my novels and my books have been shortlisted for Best Novel of the Year by the International Thriller Writers. Chad?
Charlie Houston.
Oh, we said that. Someone said that. So I'm going to have to deduct points for you, Chad. So sorry about that. Not really joking. Nominated for the CWA, Ian Fleming, Steel Dagger, Konishu.
Is that Greg Hurwitz?
Yes, that is it. 30 points, Greg Hurwitz.
It was the novels. That was it.
The novels, yes. He's written comics, notably Batman: The Dark Knight, done Wolverine, Punisher, Fool Killer, Moon Knight. He's written TV shows for V, episodes for V and Queen of the South. And his novel, Orphan X, was picked up by Warner Brothers with Bradley Cooper to direct. So well done, Connor. Well done. Big 30 points there. But hang on, you chimed in earlier on as well. I'll give you more points for that. Phil, Chad, Tommy all had some. I'll give you 5 points each. Well done. All right, Loonies, that is the end of the game show. A massive thank you for everyone there. Look, we're going to take a quick short break. I've got to tally these points, and when we come right back, I will announce the winner as well as announce the winner for the prize giveaways, and we'll wrap up the show. We'll go on to the next segment. But anyway, catch you shortly.
Hey there. I'm sure you know about the Capes and Lunatics podcast, but have you heard about the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast? It's a fun home for classic and new reviews of just about everything. We have the Ultimate Spider Cast, where we cover everything Spider-Man. The Quantum Zone, where we talk the classic Marvel character Quasar and do deep dives on the cosmic side of Marvel. We also have Comic Capers, where we cover everything old and new in comics. It could be anything, any company, any decade. And we also have our Media Mondays, where we cover some kind of TV show, be it a Arrowverse current hit or our summer specials, where we do reviews of classic episodes of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer spinoff Angel. So, if you're a fan of pop culture and media, you should really check it out. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
Yes, everyone, welcome back to our massive episode 200. The game show has ended. The game show to end all game shows, face or no face. I think in Konishu, that's what you called it. Let's call it that. We have the winners here. Oh, the winner. And let's start from the bottom. Unfortunately, there always has to be a bottom. Otherwise, there's no top.
Let's not. Me and Connor are going to lose it again.
So the leader on the other end of the table, let's call it that. Noel, you came in with 15 points. Well done, Noel. Well done, Noel there.
I checked out like an hour ago, so it's okay.
Working upwards, 35 points. Tommy, you gave it a good stab, a good go. Well done, Tommy. 35, made it up there in the ranks. From that as well, we've got, actually, then it goes up to, with 85 points, we have Rebecca. Rebecca, very respectable, 85 points for you. Well done.
Hey, there you go.
Close on top of that was with 90 points, Konishu.
Yay,
well done. 90 points. Then we have on 93 points, Daniel, who was leading the charge for a long. Daniel, 93. Well done. A valiant effort. Well done.
Gotta play to win, man. Gotta play to win.
Gotta play to win, exactly. Very close behind that. 98, Josh. Josh, you did well. Josh picked up a lot of big scores there. A lot of them came from round 2, I think, 2 or 3. Well done. 98 there. And so I guess we'll announce who came first and second. There's only 2 of them left. I'll announce first then. First, with 108 points, the first place winner is none other than the power of Chad. 108. Chad, well done. Yes. Phil, you got 103. Very close. 103. So Well done, everyone. So, Chad, who were you playing for again?
I was playing for the Sons of the Dragon, Connor.
Yeah.
Connor McKenna.
Oh,
Connor
nice.
Fix his head.
I called it.
Well done, Connor. You will receive the Marvel monograph, The Art of Declan Shelby. No Iron Fist, no Superman. I'm sorry in there, but hopefully maybe a bit of Daredevil, I think. So hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So well done. A big thank you, guys, everyone. That was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made you think, ready for the day, got you started. Was your caffeine. A big thank you. We haven't ended it there though as well. We've got another prize giveaway, and again, I'm just going to show everyone. I've got this. Okay, so there's 2 of them. So quickly, I've got 6 little paddle pop sticks. They've each got the names of the people that have entered. So I'm going to put that in there. Going to give it a shuffle, and this is for one of the Moon Knight pins, courtesy of Destructor Disc Designs and Media Patrol. Thank you so much. So the winner of this one is
Man, I love tin.
Bobby Lowndes. He is Bushman from the Moon Knight 4-page. Well done, Bobby. Your answer is indeed correct. Moon Knight 30 was the issue that the panel that I put up a while ago was from. So well done, Bobby. You are getting a pin from Destructor Disc Designs, Media Patrol. Beautiful stuff. Finally, as well, there was an automatic entry for Patronies. So Daniel, you're in the running again. Daniel has actually been in the running for all of these prizes because you actually were in for that one there. So Daniel has a 1 in 3 chance of winning. There it is. So there are the 3. I'm going to state it right now. These are the top level Patronies. So 3 pieces of paper. Daniel, Derek O'Neill, and Justin the Owl Osgood. You're all in the running. Let me throw away these paddle pop sticks. 3 of them. In they go. Little swizzle. And the winner of the limited edition Media Patrol Moon Knight pin goes to. Let's open it up. I'll put it on the camera for people. Justin Osgood. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry about that. Well done, Justin the Owl. So you are getting a limited.
Who was it?
I didn't win for you, but you technically still won. So you and me.
He still won. Yes. So well done, Justin. A limited edition. Yeah, Justin. Justin. You are getting one of those pins. Thank you all again. A big thank you to all the contestants. Really appreciate your time. Tommy, a big thanks for setting up the Zoom conference / meeting. It worked wonders. It worked well. Apart from Ray's inability to handle technology, it was fine. It's great. Right now, also as well, then we're going to throw it. I haven't finished yet. I'm going to throw it now to a pre-recorded chat with one of a very special guest that I think everyone will be happy to hear from. I certainly had a lot of fun chatting with them. So I'm going to throw it to them now. Yes, Loony listeners, we have a very special treat for you for the 200th episode, and to see in this milestone episode, I'd like to introduce a very special guest, Declan Shelby. Declan, welcome to the show.
How's it going? I was like, ooh, special. Oh, no, it's not for me.
Oh, it is.
This is a special treat. What's that going to be? Like, oh, wait, it's me.
It's you. Yeah, far out. I know a lot of Loony fans, Declan, seriously, in our ITK community, in the Into the Night community, a lot of Moon Knight fans, the Warren Ellis Declan Shelby run 2014 is very highly regarded. I'm sure you know this as well, but I'm sure a lot of Loonies will be very keen to be tuning in, listening in, with your thoughts on Moon Knight. But it's so good to have you on. What we're going to do, Loonies, is I'd like to, just
personal indulgence myself, I'd like to chat with Declan about your writing and your drawing and how it all started. But also, I guess your thoughts on Moon Knight now, and also that run with Warren Ellis, how that came about, because it was, quite a magical run, I think. So things kind of came together really well for it. So before any of that though, Declan, like, we know that you do a lot of writing as well. Most recently, there's the image side of Savage Town. It goes all the way back to also Civil War II, choosing sides. But drawing, like, how did that kind of come? How did you find the passion for drawing, and when did it kind of start?
Well, first, thanks for all the kind words. It's always really nice to hear. How to start out? Well, I'm from Ireland, from the west of Ireland, which is kind of more rural than, say, where I live now, which is Dublin. But I mean, excuse me. I just drew all the time when I was a kid. I was always drawing. My story I've told a few times. My mother tells me when I was 2, she walked into my room one time and I drew Humpty Dumpty on the wall, and she would have broken me into bloody pieces, except she said it was actually good. So I just kind of kept at it, and I was always kind of drawing comics without realizing what comics were. Kind of as a kid, I'd be like watching cartoons and drawing those, and it's just something that's been in my DNA my whole life. And comics too, and it's not like a very obvious path for somebody from the west of Ireland to become a comic book artist, but I just pushed myself as much as I could. I went to conventions and I did portfolio samples and met other artists and writers, and eventually just kind of worked my way up to getting a gig, which is a whole other story. But I've just always drawn, so thankfully I found a way to be paid to do it.
What was it like? I mean, you mentioned you had comics with you and potentially cartoons and all that as well. Was it like an allure for superheroes? Like, I'm just kind of drawing from my own experience as well, like thinking when I was like a wee lad as well. And I don't know, just this imagination of having superpowers. I know it's a really kind of hard thing to describe, but was that what kind of drew you to superheroes, or was it because of the drawing that drew you into the superheroes?
I would say it was probably the morality of it all. I mean, it's weird, like, so people my generation in Ireland or in the UK would have 2000 AD would be mentioned a lot as a kind of a influence, but I never did, because I was way too square. I didn't like edgy, cool, and nihilistic things. I like the story, the heroic story, I like the morality plays. I think I just really responded to those as a kid, wanted to be a good guy, etc., etc. So I think that probably plays a big part of it. Plus, it's so hugely visual, Even now, like, say, with the stuff I'm writing, which is something I would enjoy to draw, but I know that if I was drawing something, I'd probably want to amp it up with a sci-fi element, just because that's kind of where my stuff sings a little bit more. And
okay, cool.
I mean, it's interesting. I'm drawing something at the moment. It's really gory, and I really like drawing like body horror and stuff. But like that's not my origins. Like, my origins were Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman, like the most straight up superhero stuff there is.
Yeah.
So I think that's always at the core of what I like. I still love the superhero stuff, and that's always stayed with me. But I think it's a mix of the morality play and the space to kind of, you're drawing buildings and flying figures and explosions and punching. Like, it's just really entertaining. It's an entertaining medium to draw, which is clearly part of why it became so popular, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to me that you mentioned kind of like the sci-fi elements as well. I was going to ask you about the horror elements. I guess you've answered that as well. Like, it's not really your domain, but that would have been pretty cool to kind of at least test yourself in and experiment in. I would have thought, again, coming from like I guess the Moon Knight background from where we know you, the street level seems quite and of course like your other writings as well, like Savage Town as well. The street level stuff you seem quite at home with.
Definitely. Like I'm not a big like Doctor Strange fan or the cosmic stuff was never really grabbed me. It was like Daredevil, Luke Cage, even like sorry, I'm blanking thinking obviously Punisher, all that stuff, all the street level stuff definitely. Because I think Batman as well. That kind of, it's real, but it's just pushed past hyper reality,
Yes.
And once you go further into the huge kind of like more expensive stuff, I mean, I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just not where my interests particularly lie. I think we could draw it, and it does, and it is something I think I have learned. While I really love street level stuff and drawing real things, the opportunity to draw more fantastical stuff. Like if I got to do Doctor Strange, I'm sure I'd enjoy the hell out of it because it would leave lots of room to do visual things. But I think I do like starting from a very grounded, real place and stepping up from there. And Moon Knight was a great opportunity to do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw out as well one of the more recent releases as well, the Immortal Hulk, which has come out recently as well. How did you find that? Because that was... I mean, in some senses, it is kind of grounded, but you're dealing with the Hulk, right? So, How did you find that?
I loved doing that. That was a great opportunity to write and draw and color, like just do everything on just telling a story, a done in one story is really satisfying. You know, especially when you're drawing it because you don't have to spend a year drawing it. It was like a couple of months of work. But kind of same with that, like, I mean, that starts out very grounded, like he's at a job. Like I feel in order to make the spectacular, you need to ground things to a degree, If you start in at a spectacular level, I mean, you can do that and there's nothing wrong with that. But I personally, I think I like to pace things like that. So there's a double page spread where Bruce turns into the Hulk and I think that's satisfying when you're waiting for 10 pages. For him to turn into the Hulk. When he turns into the Hulk, he really turns into the Hulk. It's a matter of kind of pacing things visually and in the story, and it's great to play with that. I loved working on that. It's nice to do a singular take on something. To be fair, Immortal Hulk already existed, so I was running with what they'd already done. But what they'd already done, especially, I mean, I'm loving the run still at the moment, but like that run's gone from like street level to crazy now. But I quite liked where it started. That's more where I would like, and that's where the editors were looking for a story to be set. So it just kind of it really played to my interests.
Okay, and I guess like also being a one shot as well, you're less beholden to having to really tie into any continuity, right? Issues with the ongoing series. So.
Yeah, I think the point of those one shots, which I love personally, is if you haven't been reading it, here is a basic primer for you to kind of, it's not tying into all the storylines. It just exists in that world. And for me, like I actually hadn't read the book until not too long before I got that offer because I've been meaning to. Everyone says it's great. I know Al's an excellent writer. I know Joe's a great artist, because I've seen pages. I'm like, I've just been meaning to read it. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then all of a sudden there's like 4 trades. You're like, son of a. And that can be intimidating because you're like, oh man, there's so much of it to read. So little things like that. So as a reader, actually, I remember around that time, the Jeff Lemire and Mike Del Mundo issue came out. There was a previous one shot of mine, and that was great because you just, you get a feel for what the world is. It's one issue, and it's a story that satisfies. You don't have to commit anything more than that. And nothing. I mean, that really encouraged me to want to actually go read the series because I think they're great to, it's not a huge commitment. It's one read, and then if you like it, there's way more of it. So that was the basic remit of the issue. It wasn't set at the current where the book is at the moment. It's set in the first year or so of it, where it's a bit more of an accessible character drama before it kind of really to be like. It's not that it isn't that as the book develops, but like it really digs into the mythology of Hulk in a really interesting way. But you don't jump in there.
No,
it's not. A reader isn't going to want to pick something up at issue 40, whatever.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So that was my job. And it was a great place for me to hop in and hop back out again.
Yeah, nice. I want to kind of jump into this question anyway. Having said that, are you a fan of the Hulk? Like, I mean, you mentioned Spider-Man, Batman.
I would have said no before, but then when I was kind of working on this, I'm like, yeah, like I'm old enough to remember the 70s,
the Bill Bixby
Hulk series. Yeah, because we used to get things so late in Ireland. Like I thought when I was watching the 70s Hulk as a kid in the 80s, I thought that was like brand new. Same with the Adam West.
Same here, don't worry.
I didn't know, like, because culturally you're disassociated somewhat, and back, kids would understand that, like, when you're delivered something, you don't really see it with a timestamp. When it comes over from America, it just seemed new. But no, it really tapped into, like, when I watched the show as a kid, and I realized, like, I love the Ang Lee Hulk film. I think just the whole anger issues element of it, I think I really related to when I was a teen. Maybe even now, I think somebody was asking me that, like, anger is in a lot of the stuff I write about, and I was like, I didn't realize I had those issues. So I think it's a character I kind of hadn't paid much attention to in a while. I think I read some Peter David stuff when I was younger, and I had just kind of not been looking. So the Immortal Hulk run is a great way for me to kind of get back into that character in a kind of a way that's way more to my interests now. As a horror kind of sci-fi idea, rather than a superhero idea. I don't think I'm interested in the Hulk as a superhero.
Okay.
But as a monster, I.
Well, so. I mean, Al Ewing has certainly kind of, turned it on its head, so to speak, because the Immortal Hulk has kind of really added a lot more interest in the Hulk than him just being, I don't know, that's the Savage Hulk. Like you as well, Peter David. I read that. I love that. We're kind of around the same vintage, Declan, if I can say that. So that's kind of I was kind of wondering, because the Hulk was a big thing back in the 80s. Hulk and Spider-Man were the big thing. And Peter David's run I absolutely love. So we're talking about he's changed the game for the Hulk as well. Professor Hulk, Joe Fixit.
What he did with the character is amazing. And to be fair to Al, like, it's not so much like he did kind of put a new spin on it, but like he actually went, and I mean it ties into Moon Knight too. Went back to the core. I mean the title of the first arc is Is He Both, which is on the cover of issue 1 of the Hulk. Is he man? Is he monster? Is he both? Like, that is the character. So if anything, like, he really dug into the kind of, the original vein.
Yes.
And just kind of found a new thread.
Yep. It's so fun. More and more I kind of read the Hulk. I can see common threads between the Hulk and Moon Knight as well, with this whole kind of, different personalities and stuff. So, I mean, I've loved the Hulk ever since I was young as well. But yeah, no, it's good to see. It's great to see you on there as well with that one shot. Want to kind of track it back a bit, because I wanted to ask, your origins in drawing. What has kind of stuck with me, I think it was one of your tweets. I really can't remember. I follow you on Twitter, and I think there was a photo or something that you sent. This was a while ago, and I think it was you putting something in the mailbox to Marvel, and you're going, I can't believe it's, and I don't know, just the way that you tweeted it, it was like, I'm just a fan myself. I can't believe I get this gig, with Marvel.
I think I said it was like, I think it was like, it's been 10 years since this photo. Look at that kid, no idea what's ahead of him. I think is what I said, and it was true. Like I wanted to work for Marvel as long as I can remember, and like that was the moment where I sent the contract off.
Yeah,
I mean, to draw my first issues, which I can be sentimental.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no,
but, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like that was it. I was going to actually ask you then, what was it like to kickstart, working for Marvel? I've got here, so, your first days in Marvel, September 2010. I've got like the Thunderbolts, Fear Itself, Dark Avengers, Venom, Winter Soldier, Deadpool. So some pretty cool, and dare I say, again, a lot of kind of street level-y sort of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, but how did you find it? Like the first days working with Marvel, what were the staff like? I'm assuming it's Jake Thomas and yeah.
No, at the time. So I mean, you don't work at Marvel in a building.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm in Ireland and I work for Marvel.
Yeah, for sure.
The same, all over the world. I had the benefit of at the time I'd gone to New York to kind of basically get my name out there and try to talk to some editors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got the gig, which was Jeff Parker, had sent my work to Bill Roseman, who was the editor of Thunderbolts at the time. And so I was in New York, so I was like, "Fuck, I'll see if I can, get talk my way in." So yeah, I met Bill, and I had lunch with him, and he took me into the offices where they were at the time. I mean, it was amazing, just seeing the actual offices and everybody who was working there and stuff.
Awesome.
But I didn't really know, and I had known a couple from my time in New York. I'd met a couple of editors. And they were like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Because they knew me as this guy who was just like, this Irish fella.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I work here now." They're like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." But no, it was amazing. Like I pretty much was just dealing with Bill and his assistant at the time, and then I did 2 issues. It was a 2-issue. And then I was like, I hope I get more. No, I did get more. I kind of got a single issue. I did a Man-Thing issue for Thunderbolts, and at the time, Marvel had started double shipping, so they needed more talent, like fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I happened to have just kind of gotten my foot in the door at the time, so I was basically made like the B artist on Thunderbolts, whereas Kev Walker was the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I was, as the years go by, I was moved on to Venom. And Deadpool, but in a lot of ways, like as those were really cool books, and they were street level-y too, which was like to me, Venom was a dark Spider-Man, which was cool to draw.
Yeah.
Deadpool was like a mercenary X-Men thing type thing. So it was like I got to as a fan who liked X-Men and Spider-Man and whatever else, I got to do things on the fringes of those things, which I think is a good. Is a good place for me. Like I never saw myself as the guy who's going to be doing Avengers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then sorry, my cat's driving me mental. If you hear little delicate whines in the background, it's because she can't decide if she wants to be inside or outside.
Look, don't worry. Look, I'm sitting in an office and I can just smell cat shit. I don't know where it's from.
All right. It inflames the nostrils for sure. But what was I saying? But when Moon Knight happened, that changed. I mean, my career was on a certain path, and Moon Knight just changed everything. Before that, I was effectively coming onto books that already existed and like taking over for, doing runs.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoy doing that. But I was definitely getting to the point where I wanted to really sink my teeth into something a bit more ambitious, be it creator owned or whatever else. I think I felt like I needed to kind of really dig into something else, and I think Moon Knight just came at the right time for me.
Yeah. So that collaboration, I guess, and I guess that genesis of that title of 2014, working with Warren Ellis, had working with Warren Ellis allowed you to, I don't know, like what was the amount of input as a drawer and a writer do you get into the stories and co-plotting and stuff? Did you get more of that in Moon Knight or?
No, I mean, I hadn't really properly started writing at the time. I was, I up till that point, I had been basically just trying to do everything I could to make Marvel happy so they would keep the issues to draw. What happened was, I was asked if I wanted to do Moon Knight, and I really wanted to do a brand new issue 1. There was a lot of cool new books happening at the time. and I wanted to make a book that like had its own feel, and you know, a new series would have been a great opportunity to do that. So that's why I wanted to do Moon Knight, and I'll be straight up, like I wasn't a Moon Knight fan. I'd read some Moon Knight and I really liked what I'd read, mainly because there were some amazing artists. Like,
yes,
that was the cool thing about that book, is like it wasn't the biggest title in the world, it wasn't the most like hugely respected or anything, but the amount of amazing art talent that had been on that book is crazy. Like Sienkiewicz and Tommy Lee Edwards and Malieve and you name it.
David Finch, yeah.
I do, yeah. So like I was like, yeah, I'm on board. And then I was told that there was a little known British writer, was how it was put to me, was going to be working on it. And I was trying to think of like, is it Kieran Gillen? Is it Cy Spurrier? Because I know those guys and they're British and they were at Marvel, working at Marvel. And when I heard it was Warren Ellis, I nearly lost my mind, because I mean, I grew up reading. I was a kid when I read his Excalibur run. Next Wave was huge for me. Planetary is like one of my absolute favorite comics. And he hadn't been doing comics in a long time. He'd kind of been out of the comics game. So I was like, I couldn't believe it. So I kind of started out creatively in a place of shock, and just like, I hope whatever I do, Warren doesn't hate. I didn't have the swagger that Warren has. I was a guy who came on your book as a third artist. That's kind of how I not how I saw myself, but how I evaluated my career. This was different, and it was very scary. But what helped was, one, I didn't give a shit about Moon Knight. In that I didn't have like when I worked on Batman, I freaked out because everything, all the pressure of every single thing that I grew up reading was I put on myself. Moon Knight, because I had no emotional or childhood connection, was just a bit of a blank slate where I could take the concept and whatever Warren was coming up with and work with it. So that was actually very free. It was freeing in that way.
Yes.
And the stuff that Warren was, it was all Warren, all the cool stuff. I wish I could take credit for it, but like Warren had all the cool stuff. It was just my job to kind of make it work.
Yeah, can I ask that again? This is from me being naive and just how it works between writers and drawers as well, artists. So, from what I understand, right, and I guess there are different degrees that writers will have it. You write a script, right? But do they write the number of panels, and do they write what goes in each panel, or is there left interpretation for you?
It depends on how you like to work. I actually like a proper full script.
Okay.
Because there's a certain amount of logistical thinking, of what will make it work in a page that should be figured out before the artist draws it. Like if I'm drawing a scene and I'm like, there isn't enough room for this to work. Like you can't jump through the building, beat up 8 people, and have him write a letter, send it to the letter, and have him wait for 2 days. There's pacing things that'll work. Some writers aren't very good at that. Some writers are very good at that. But at the very least, I would like them to take the time to actually figure out if it's going to work, rather than me have to figure out if it's going to work and then make it work.
Okay.
I think my job is to make it work, but I shouldn't have to make it work in spite of it not being workable.
Yes, I totally understand. Yeah.
And I'm the same as a writer. Like I'm not gonna write anything that I don't think is gonna fit on a page, and I would have a natural sense of what will be enough or too much or what have you. There are, you don't direct things maybe you might have you might write establishing shot or something. Sometimes maybe view from over the shoulder or something like that, but you wouldn't be and I did happen to me one time, I got a script where it said panel 1, top left-hand side of page, panel 2, top right-hand side of page, literally telling you where the panels go.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck that. That was one of the few times where I completely ignored what a script said, because don't tell me how to do it. That's not what you do. You give an artist the route. you give them all the information that they need,
Yep.
and then you let them do their thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't know what Warren was going to be like.
Mhm.
I thought, and I think a lot of people assumed, that his scripts were going to be really overly labored and overly descriptive. But if anything, they were very, very tight. Very, like, all the words meant something.
Yep.
Or described something in the best way. Like, he very economical.
Yes.
But, you know, not dumbed down. It's like he just distilled things down into everything I needed without giving me anything, without being superfluous. You know.
And I think that actually that actually worked really in your favor, and it could have actually been a big risk as well, because what ended up happening was that your art was in the forefront, you know, because a lot of these issues 1 to 6 were very cinematic. They relied heavily on images to show what was happening. I mean, of course it was all scripted and stuff, but exactly wasn't.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
there's a lot of silent panels. There's a lot of like stuff like that. Was what was kind of surprising was he was trying to murder me every month because there was something just so goddamn bonkers crazy that nearly killed me to get it all done in time. But but it was it showed a lot of trust in what I could do. Considering, I mean, I'd met him one time very briefly as a fan. I was trying to get him to sign. I just started working on Thunderbolts.
Okay.
And I was getting to sign my Planetary, I think. And I was like, oh, I work on Thunderbolts. And he was like, oh, I never read a book after I've worked on it. Like, well, so you've never seen my stuff. You know? So that was it. But I had no idea. Like, it turned out that I found out afterwards that, like, he partly did the book to work with me, which was amazing.
Okay, wow.
Like
Nice.
I said, he hadn't been in comics when my career kind of started and developed. He wasn't in comics. So I didn't expect he would know me at all. And then to end up to work on a book where he, you know, you need a good artist to make that work, and you need an artist with, at the risk of complimenting myself, with a little bit of I don't know, out left field vision to kind of do something not conventional. And you know, I was scared for a while. I'm like, oh well, man, am I going too far with this? But the notes I would get back from Warren is like, more, you know, go crazier, which was incredibly liberating from a, you know, a work for hire point of view. Like Marvel basically, I think, just let him do whatever he wanted. In a way I'd never. And also I was in the emails, so like just seeing him just be able to do what he wants and like with no huge editorial pushback was kind of amazing to see. As a creator, was kind of like, oh my, like, wow, they're not him. But also I remember I asked, because, you know, I wasn't a huge name. I asked if I could do the covers, and I was told that'll be a conversation, we'll see. And Warren was like, Declan's doing the covers.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
They're like, okay, you know, like he used his leverage to give me all the space that I could do to do my best work, which, again, he didn't know me. You know, that was huge, like, and scary, but also, you know, I remember thinking at one stage, I'm like, and if I can't go crazy on a Warren Ellis comic, when will I? You know, and that was a good impulse to kind of like trust my gut and push myself. And if I had a visual idea, go with it. You know, So like, I credit Warren for all the ideas. I'll credit him more for giving me the room to kind of like make them work in a way that was through me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and I guess added to that fact as well, those 6 issues were, they were all kind of like one shots. There was like a thread kind of going through them, but again, maybe it might have been just as liberating to know that you weren't as tied to having to. I don't know. Actually, having said that, 2014, I think the previous one was the Bendis run, I think, or the Vengeance.
Bendis. Yeah, it had been a few years. I think the Bendis one maybe. I mean, I'm just pulling this out of my arse, but I think it was maybe 2011, maybe, or 2009.
2011 sounds
so
about right.
There hadn't been a Moon Knight series in a while, so again, that was also a little less intimidating. Because
exactly.
One, and so there was an appetite from the fans.
Yeah,
and I mean, what I was worried is like we're giving them something very different, and I think that more hardcore fans tell you they want something different. But they don't like it when they see it until they read it, and then they'll come around.
Yeah.
And if you give them the same thing every time, which is what they say they want, they don't like it when they read it.
Well, because then it makes sense, because then they kind of compare it to the other similar stuff before, so then it becomes a bit more of a critical. Yeah, absolutely.
The cool thing with this run was like it was like nothing before, so it was just so its own thing, which was again me coming on it, not having like all the weight of the character on my back, just leaning into. Well, also because Warren told me he told me he read the first issues of Moon Knight, and that's what he read. That's it. He's not like same with we're talking about Hulk. Is like he just tapped into the very core, and then which I think is great advice for anybody who's taking over something, because do you want to be really dragged down by what happened in issue 80 whatever? When again this should be for new. What I was hoping was that like me, I would have read the crap out of that book had I not drawn it. If it was Warren Ellis and like an artist I liked, that would have been totally on board. You want new readers,
No, absolutely.
And I think, so what I really responded to is the new readers of Moon Knight, and I always felt a little bit bad with like readers of Moon Knight for years, because I'm like, they know stuff about it that I don't. Like, I get asked what's my favorite Moon Knight, and I just go like mine, because from somebody who didn't know the character, it was great. Like even issue 1, if you missed issue 1, it didn't matter. That was a cool thing about that book, was I felt like issue 2 could have been issue 1, issue 3 could have been issue 1, issue 4 could have been issue 1. But and you don't know anything about the character. It's not.
No, exactly.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't mean to talk over you.
Oh no, I was just about to say the beauty of it as well, like you're saying, it's good for the new readers, but it also really does, I guess, revere that the material, the source material, as you're saying, that Warren Ellis read the first bits, because in those issues, all 6 of them, there are nice references to the older run, just so subtle, and for fans, I think they really picked up on that. They really appreciated that, But this run, this 2014 run as well, has easily slotted in to the overall canon of Moon Knight as one of the classics. People again and again, exactly as you're saying, people ask, "Oh, what should I read to start?" I don't know anything about Moon Knight. People always go, seriously, either the 2014 run, Warren Ellis. Everyone kind of says, 6 issues. It will get you kind of really going. You'll see Mr. Knight, or actually, the Charlie Houston 2006 run, which kind of really brought that darker edge. But you've it's so funny, kind of hearing you say, all these great artists before you, Moon Knight and stuff, but you're kind of in it now, and you've got one of the most memorable runs. Seriously, without sounding too pandering towards you, but it's really cool.
No, please pander away. No, I mean, look, it's like you always, no one is really going to remember my Venom run outside of like the readers of the book at the time. My Deadpool arc, I think, has a bit of longevity. Thunderbolts is a book, again, for people who read the book will remember, and I'll always really, really love that. You're always trying to, as a creator, you want to do something that kind of leaves a mark. And like, I feel really grateful that I got a chance to do. I feel like I did that with Moon Knight. Like I got to do something that hadn't been done like that before, in that way, and experiment as an artist. Like, it felt like a creator-owned book, which was amazing. And I think because of that, it's a hard thing to kind of quantify. But like, when I look over the pages, like I feel that energy in them. It's a hard thing to kind of like. You can't quantify. You can't put that in a bottle necessarily. You can't explain it. I don't know. I just felt like there was a kind of an anticipation and an excitement going on at the time, and for me personally, and it all just I'm so proud of those 6 issues. I wish we'd kind of done more, just because I would have loved to have like a lovely hardcover, just because I'm a pretentious artist. But I mean, from the beginning, like Warren just said, 6 issues is it. That's all. That's all he was going to do. I think Marvel thought they were going to they were going to talk him into doing more, but he was like, done. So I mean, and I knew that going in. I mean, they told me there'll be more, but like there wasn't. And I mean, I had the option to stay on when Brian Wood took over.
Yes.
And I big fan of Brian's writing. I've worked with Brian before. He's a fantastic writer. But I made the choice to step off with Warren because I think I wanted it to be mine and Warren's run. And I felt if I stayed on, it would be Warren's run.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that happens with runs over time. Is if you switch things, if you switch the combination, then it gets loaded one way, and writers tend to get more credit than artists, in my experience. So I was happy to kind of step off it because then at least it was Warren and Declan. That's what they did, rather than remember those. Also, I was worried. What if it's not as good? You know, how do you follow Warren Ellis? And I didn't want to be like in the book that didn't do as good as Warren. Not that it didn't or shouldn't actually. I think people who kind of remember the Brian Wood issues, but Brian Wood and Greg Smallwood did the next arc. That was great.
They were
really
good. They were very good. And Cullen Bunn after that as well. Fantastic. Yeah. With that.
Yeah, it was because I was doing the covers still. So but also my girlfriend at the time was coloring it. So I got to see Greg Smallwood pages come in. I was like, oh man, why did he have to be so good? I was hoping somebody crap would take over after me. Then I'd look amazing. But Greg Smallwood's an incredible artist.
Yeah,
that really stung. I was not happy about it.
It's exactly as you kind of say as well. I mean, because the run. I mean, if say like you bundle that 2014 run with the Brian Wood and the Cullen Bunn run, you've got the Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood run, and those two really defined themselves in that next run. You know, I think it was 2017 or something. But yeah, it's that's interesting. Funny though.
Oh yeah, I'm just as petty as anybody else, man.
But we did see a little bit of Moon Knight as well resurface with something that you did for Civil War 2. Now, look, let's not get too much into the whole Civil War 2 arc in general. Whether you liked it or not, we'll leave that to everyone's discretion. But yeah, choosing sides, I loved as well because we did get to see the return of Moon Knight in it as well.
Yeah, that was my very clear pandering to Moon Knight fan. Because I left Moon Knight and I went to go do Injection with Warren over at Image.
Yeah.
Because I loved working with Warren and I wanted to do more of it. He asked, I was like, well, yeah. But I got the opportunity to write and draw this Nick Fury serial, which was part of for those who don't know, Choosing Sides was an anthology series that was running alongside the main event. So different artists, different writers doing mini short stories. But what was offered to me was a really kind of different thing, which was one, I got to write and draw, which was amazing. But it was a serial, so it was a short story for every issue of the miniseries that would be an overall longer story. So it's which was creatively really interesting experiment and it was cool to work on. So it was Nick Fury and I wanted to do it basically whereas it's a longer story. He has to go on missions and each mission is a short story, and one of them. And after I'd wrapped on Moon Knight, I had been asked a lot, when are you coming back to Moon Knight? When are you coming back to Moon Knight?
Yeah.
And I mean, my answer was never, because how do I follow that?
Yes.
You know,
sure.
how do I follow that with Warren? And I also I don't know if ever coming back to do a second run has that ever been as good. You know, I don't know. That would be very intimidating. Like, how am I going to, I would maybe do to write and draw. I would put it out. I'd put that out there.
Okay. Oh, I think would.
You know, I would consider it. But then, I mean, but as a creator, like, how the hell do I follow Warren Ellis? You know, because Warren gave me an engine to do really interesting stuff, and he pushed me. And you know, that's what I do like. I like it when I'm creatively pushed by a writer, because it leads to you got to level up each time, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with that one shot format was so great because you know, sorry if I'm getting into the weeds a little bit, but like when I do an arc of a book, I want to level up on the next arc of a different book. With Moon Knight, I had to level up every issue because it was something so different. You know, it's not like there was a bit of issue 2 that was related to issue 3. It was a whole different story with a whole different costume sometimes.
Yeah, the bone armor.
Yeah, you know, so every time I'm like, oh, cool, I can draw this. Oh, crap, how am I going to do this? That was always my reaction reading scripts. So my answer in my mind was never. But a friend of mine, another artist, said, like, don't say that. Like, don't. If fans want more, then like, don't tell them that it's not going to happen because it's cruel.
Yeah.
But I wasn't planning on it. I don't see how it was going to happen. But I think my runner-up prize was, you know what, I'm going to draw Moon Knight in this story.
Yeah.
As a kind of I wouldn't say thank you, but as a nod to everybody who's so into Moon Knight. Like, also it was fun to draw. It was only a few pages. But like, it was a treat to do it. That was basically my, you know, acknowledgement to the hardcore Moon Knight fans. You know, it's like, I know you want more. I can't give you more, but here's a little, you know, a little taste.
I reckon dead set. I mean, just my own personal opinion, that was probably the best issue out of Civil War 2, out of all the issues there. So, no, highly appreciated, and to see Moon Knight again drawn by you, and written, fantastic as well. Just wondering, because of, I mean, you mentioned that, and that was kind of like a nod to the fans. Has Moon Knight kind of rubbed off on you in any way as well? Like, are you more interested in the character? I noticed, again, I'm going to pull out a tweet comment that you made. I think you were, when the Marvel Legends Moon Knight issue, toy figure came out, I think you commented, oh, cool, they've got my my artwork on the box, you know? So, has Moon Knight been, do you see Moon Knight any different now? Are you a bit more interested in the character?
No, for sure. Like, I mean, I was reading the Brian Wood stuff. I loved that. I kind of stayed on the character. I fell off the Jeff Lemire run just because I remember I was just really busy at the time. But I want to go back and read it because, one, I love Jeff Lemire, Greg Smallwood, amazing. And I'm so jealous that they have a hardcover because they did.
Well, you should have a hardcover.
Well, look. My argument is, right. There's a new show coming out.
Yes.
Why not?
Absolutely.
I know I did a Marvel art book.
Yes, you did.
Last year, Marvel did a art, and I used it as an excuse to dig up a lot of the Moon Knight prep stuff I had done because when the trade was coming out, it was just the covers. That was it. There was no, you know, and I did so much development work on that ahead of time. I wanted to show it off, so I used it as an excuse to get some like Moon Knight back matter published.
Excellent.
So what I think Marvel should do is put out the my run with Warren, 6 issues hardcover, and add in the stuff that I did on the art book.
Yes.
So they're not paying for any more material, right? So it doesn't cost them anything.
Yes.
They get to repackage something for the show coming out, price it at something where like hardcore Moon Knight fans are totally going to buy.
I'll buy it.
Like, you know, because like it's. I'm totally going off on one here, like, but you know, it's considered one of the really good runs, and it's just a trade.
Exactly.
Like, it's the only way you can get it, if you can actually. I think it may not even be in print anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. I think people just get floppies, still possibly. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But sure.
Absolutely.
These things are not they're above my pay grade.
We'll make noise. We'll demand one as fans.
Well, look, that's it. If they thought people would buy them, then they would do it.
Yeah,
you know, for sure.
And hey, as you say, the TV show.
I would even do a new like story or short story for it or something. Like,
oh, really? There you go.
Yeah, why not? I'd do it.
Far
like, yeah, I'd do
oh God. Okay, I gotta shoot out some posts then saying Declan says he'll write one. He'll write and draw one. Just get that deluxe hardcover. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because look, with this stuff, there's stuff you'd love to see, but like when you're in the industry, you realize like there's just nuts and bolts reasons things do or do not happen. But like, I think if there was a cheap way for Marvel to put out a new book. Look, to be honest, maybe they're doing it. I have no idea. Like,
I would love it
not
if they
told
did.
this stuff. So sometimes you find out, I'm like, oh, they're reprinting my Deadpool run because I see it in the catalog, and you're not told this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my other dream was if IDW did like a artist edition of all the pages. Like these are all the things as an artist you'd love happen.
That's awesome.
But but remember, I met an editor who was in charge of all that stuff, and he had no idea who I was. So I'm like, okay, the book's not happening.
I know.
But sorry, I'm not sure I answered your question. Sorry.
Oh no, I think we're just talking about. I can't even remember as well. I think we're just talking about your liking of Moon Knight. If it has grown, has indeed grown.
Yeah, well, I mean, sorry. As regards to your question, I mean, some of it's just like narcissism. Seeing my art used on things is cool, but it's also sometimes a bit of a complaint because, like, you don't get anything from that. I'm not going to get anything from that Moon Knight show, whether they do or use it. And I'm not. This isn't me like with a campaign or anything. I knew what I was signing up for when I started Marvel. It's their character, I get that. So it's always a little bittersweet when you see something that like you made and you don't get anything for it. But I don't know. For me, Moon Knight is kind of, because it was a cult. I think it was a cult hit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Spider-Man. It wasn't X-Men. It wasn't
Batman
or anything.
Yeah.
It was it. There is something cool about having done something more original on a character that never really had that kind of spotlight before, I hope it's the reason why the show's happening. But it's cool to do something that like not everybody knows. I guess maybe that'll change now that with the show, but it's cool to do something that not everybody knows, but like everybody, like I still to this day get really nice comments on that run, especially from artists. Actually, it's been. I mean, like you said, it's 2014. That's like 7 years ago now. Bloody hell. And there's artists who new artists who I really like, and they're like, "Oh man, your new Moon Knight run was everything." I'm like, "Wow, that's huge. That's amazing."
It's a bit of a double-edged sword though. But do you find is that hindering as well? Like to be, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's awesome that you are known, for Moon Knight's run 2014 because it's such an important run. But yeah, double-edged sword wise, is that something that you kind of go, "Oh, hang on, look, I've done other stuff as well. Like, I've got your list here of DC stuff, your Dark Horse stuff, your Image stuff. All great, all good stuff. But yeah.
Oh, I agree. It is all great. No, it's not. I mean, as a creator, like you certainly don't want to be just remembered for the thing you did years ago. But I mean, I guess that's a downside of success. I guess the book did so well. If that's what I'm remembered for till the end, it's fine with me. I hope it's not the biggest thing I do. I mean, I especially when I'm doing more creator-owned stuff, and getting to work on the things I'm working on now. I'm hoping, I don't want to be living. We'll put it this way: I don't want to be living in the shadow of something I did 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm, one would hope I have bigger, better work ahead of me. What I think was different with Moon Knight is because it was such a different take.
Yeah.
It stands out and will be remembered longer, but that's a good reason for it to be. If it was some boring, generic, thing that I didn't enjoy working on, that I didn't really care that much about, that would sting. In some ways, Moon Knight's the best thing I've ever done. Like I said, there's that charge. There's a charge in the work at the time, which I'm very I remember and. It feels good to kind of remember that. But yeah, like I certainly hope there's bigger, better things to come. But I'm not gonna feel bad that people really loved that run because one, the only people reading that book were Moon Knight fans, Warren Ellis fans, or people who really became diehard fans of mine. Actually, I don't even like the word fans for readers, but like people who got into my work. It for a lot of, like you said, I did a lot of stuff with Marvel before Moon Knight. That's the first thing that a lot of people knew of because it hit in a certain way. Not necessarily sales-wise. Like it did do very well from what I can tell, but it just resonated and
Yes.
to do something that resonated like that is amazing. I mean, that's amazing to have done. Very lucky.
If I can just share with you quickly before we kind of wrap things up as well, my memory of getting that 2014 run, there was an LCS near me in the west of Sydney, and it was a comic book store, but also a bodybuilding store. I've never seen a comic book store mixed in with. So between the protein powders and the shakes, I remember seeing issue 1 of the Moon Knight issue. I was like, yep, I'm going to pick that up. I just remember the first one, they bloody cut along the spine. I don't know, they used this a blade when they must have opened the box. I thought, okay, now I'll get the one behind it. I know, so I thought I'll get the one behind it. But that was my first impression. And then being served by this big hulking friggin' bodybuilder. So
I'm surprised it wasn't the Hulk that they were selling.
Yeah, exactly.
Just out of curiosity, were you already a Moon Knight fan before that book? Or?
Yeah, I've been a Moon Knight fan since the 90s, Mark Spector Moon Knight run. I kind of, we're of the very similar vintage. I'm maybe a few more runs above you, Declan. But in the 90s, yeah, I was in a purple patch of, being a teenager and stuff. So I kind of, rode that wave of the whole comic book industry. You know how the whole thing and 90s in general. I lived the pouches.
Sure. I had limited exposure to that. I kind of was only able to get Spider-Man and X-Men. That was.
Okay.
I didn't live near a comic book shop or anything. So So those were my hardcores. I think my mom was able to bring me to Dublin once or twice a year, and I would get into a comic book shop and just get everything I could. But I was able to kind of dig in deep on anything else.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I can't tell you to this day how I afforded it back then. I was talking to my friend. He goes, "You were collecting that back then?" He's going like, "How did you afford it?" Like, I can't remember. I don't know. Must have sold some hubcaps.
It stopped me from buying drugs, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. Before we kind of wrap up, look, you've given a little bit of thoughts as well on the TV show. Will you be watching it? Like, I know you said there's a whole kind of thing about it'd be probably pretty cool to see maybe bits of the Ellis and Shelby run drawn from it as well. But are you looking forward to it? Do you watch many comic book shows and movies and stuff?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I pick and choose. I think the thing I don't want to happen is what I think is great is, for example, I didn't give a toss about Guardians of the Galaxy till I saw the movie. I knew of the characters, but I never got into it. And so I think the shows and the films are great to kind of like surge interest into the characters. So that's great. I watch stuff I think I'm going to like. And not to get too comics political or anything, but I'm not interested in the Zack Snyder stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I tried Man of Steel, didn't like it, so I just don't watch the rest. Now I don't complain about it because I haven't seen it. I'm not going to complain about something I haven't seen.
Yeah.
But what I worry about sometimes is the amount you're watching comics material that's adapted, and that ends up being all I watch while I'm making comics material, and I kind of don't want that. I want to make sure I'm watching art that compels me to come up with or to be inspired to tell stories. And I worry sometimes there's like a feedback loop. We're watching too much comic book stuff. But I do watch a lot of it. Like watch WandaVision and watching Winter Soldier now and watching Invincible. When Moon Knight comes on, I'm gonna watch the shit out of it.
Yes.
But it's interesting. I watched. There was a Spider-Man cartoon, and there was a Christmas episode where Moon Knight showed up.
Yes, yeah.
And I hadn't watched the cartoon, but I watched because that was my costume design.
Yeah.
That was so weird to see it move around like that,
Yeah.
Because I have it in my sketchbook. That's where it started.
That's so crazy.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Same with the toys and everything. Like it's so cool to see that. Like the inner kid in you can't not love that.
Yeah.
But with the show, I mean, I'm hoping it'll be based on what we did to a large degree, because I think what we did is give readers a way in, and I think the show could do the same.
Yeah.
But we only did 6 issues, so it's not like. That's 6 seasons worth of material. Although maybe it is, who knows?
But again, that's testament to your run, because within like the fan base community as well, this whole speculation about the TV show, people going, oh, Disney Plus, they might have 6 episodes. Why not just base it on the Warren Ellis? You'd have 6 one-shots. That would be a cool idea. Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I mean, this is such nerd talk now, but like, I would say that it never happened, except I saw WandaVision and I saw what they did, which was pretty ballsy, like to do the whole TV show thing with each episode. Like, that's not what you would consider a mainstream move for a huge tentpole television series that's tied into a movie. That's it's way weirder than you would expect. Like I'm watching the with Falcon Winter Soldier one now, like, and I mean that's exactly kind of what I want. I like the espionage world.
You can tell you can tell that was an opener. That would have been the first show that Disney Plus dropped. And WandaVision,
I mean, it feels more like it's like moving on from the Civil War movie, but it's the espionage side of the Marvel universe that I like. Like the Nick Fury thing is that I love that side of the Marvel universe. So I'm enjoying that. But what WandaVision I thought was surprisingly wacky.
It was,
and they made it work. So that's very encouraging for Moon Knight, rather than it just being, what I hate hearing is Marvel's Batman. He's nothing like Batman.
Man, I told me hear that. Yeah,
it's just the most simplistic, boring fucking description, and I would hate if they did that in the show. And also, I don't see why they would. No. Also, I see the directors they're hiring. I haven't seen their films, but they're supposed to be they're supposed to be very interesting filmmakers.
Oh yeah, the two chaps plus Mohammed Diab, the Egyptian director as well. Yeah.
I want to check them out because I hear that their stuff's really good. But I mean, it's not like it's TV writer from whatever or they're making interesting decisions. And exactly. And as a comics fan, I don't like when people I like tread more on Ghost Rider. I like David Ayer and Hawkeye. I like interesting creators doing interesting things with characters. To be fair to Marvel, that seems to be what they're doing, and so I'm very curious. Like I saw footage a couple of weeks ago of Oscar Isaac training.
Yes, I was about to ask if you sent. Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't look for this stuff at all, but sometimes I get sent it, and so the only reason I think they might use our run is because the logo is the same as the logo. Myself and Geordie designed that logo for the book.
Okay.
That moon with the crescent moon in the second, we did that, and that's what they're using for the show.
Yeah, so that makes
me feel, because if you look at all the other Moon Knight arcs, like the David Finch one and all the other ones, they all have specific logos.
Yes.
They're using our logo, so
okay. Maybe you never know.
And seeing Oscar Isaac doing that type of fighting, that doesn't look like superhero fighting. That looks like a guy who's on the street.
And to be fair as well, I mean, again, when this comes out, it would have been a couple of weeks off, but that Falcon and Winter Soldier, the latest episode, which you've seen, with
ITK.
Yep, with Sharon Carter, that fight, the fight scenes there were brilliant.
Yeah, crap. I mean, I love that stuff. Clearly, it's one of the reasons why, like the issue 5 is I still get great.
My favorite issue.
With that.
Yeah.
I love fight scenes in films. I love the choreography, and I love doing it in comics too.
Yeah.
Clearly. Yeah. I love seeing all that. So I would love a really brawly Moon Knight where he's fighting guys on the street in one, and then he's inside somebody's mushroom mind in the next one.
In the floorboard somewhere, asking Conchu.
That's years ago, you would say that could never happen.
Yeah,
we're in a place now with the way things have been adapted for film and TV.
Yeah,
anything goes, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they lean into it because it would be cool to see. But look, at the end of the day, it's not going to change for me. I'm just the guy who worked on it.
Yeah.
But I'd certainly prefer to use it than not use it, I guess.
Well, let's hope that there are some elements in there. I'm sure there will be. I mean, as I said, your run with Warren Ellis, highly memorable. It's one of those. It's massive Moon Knight canons out there. Again, we recommend it to people who don't know Moon Knight. It's a perfect springboard. It's really good. Declan, thank you so much. This has been really cool. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed your honesty with a lot of stuff. I love the Irish swearing. Get it in there.
I should have asked.
No, please do. I think I threw a shit in there, so that's cool. No, thank you so much.
Irish bollocks. No, thanks, man, and congratulations on your 200th episode. That's great.
Oh no, thank you so much, Declan. Before we go though, as well, I know that you might have some. Can you divulge in any projects coming up? I know that you mentioned before that you have some things bubbling away.
Yeah. I released a graphic novel last year called Bog Bodies, which is kind of a crime horror story. I think Moon Knight fans would like it because it's creepy and weird. Not that Moon Knight fans are creepy and weird.
Hang on.
But my run on the book was creepy and weird. I'm doing something for Marvel at the moment that I can't talk about, but is really, really cool. And I have an image series coming out in May called Time Before Time. It's
nice.
I'm doing the covers and co-writing it, and it's describe it as Quantum Leap meets The Wire.
Awesome!
So it's kind of a crime. It's kind of a crime sci-fi story where it's set in the future where things are really, really crap, and people, in order to escape the terrible time, they get smuggled by a crime gang back into the past.
Cool.
I'm writing with Rory McConville, and the artist is Joe Palmer. If you like Mike Mignola, type stuff, like he's an amazing artist.
Awesome.
So I have that coming out in May. So I've been working on that for the last 2 years. So I'm delighted that it's finally coming out.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'll put what I can find, what is available and allowed to be put on in the show notes for Loony listeners there. So go check it out as well. It sounds like you're pretty busy. Jeez.
Yeah, kept going. Yeah, because I'm drawing one thing and I'm getting ready to write and draw another one, and I'm writing that image thing, and I'm doing covers for that, and I'm doing covers for Marvel, and I'm doing another thing to write and draw coming out after that. It's all go. Look, it's lockdown, so it's not like I'm getting the fucking do anything else, you know. But I think I wouldn't mind some days off, but
I
wouldn't be able to go anywhere anyway. So
I just have to, I don't know, just chill out somewhere, just kind of step away from it every now and again. But no, Declan.
I do my best to unplug and plug in, but I'm very glad to be working on so many genuinely things I would love to be doing. So I'm very fortunate.
Fantastic. No, well, thank you once again, Declan, and thank you for being on our show.
My pleasure.
Cool. Hello, Loony listeners. This is Ray here. Just wanting to say, look, if you like Moon Knight, I urge you to give The Fringe Knight a go. This is a self-published indie release by creator and writer Daniel Doing, and it's a ripper of a read. The Fringe Knight is an adventure comic series set in Erie, Pennsylvania, and the series stars the title character who protects his city from every threat imaginable, from radioactive wolfmen to mad scientists putting poodles in giant robots. The Fringe Knight is there to protect. Definitely worth checking out. I highly recommend it. Available, just check out the show notes in this episode, but Fringe Knight has a Facebook page as well as a Patreon page, and you can also find all the comics on indieplanet.com. So check out Fringe Knight by Daniel Doing. Alright, let's get on to the show. So, yes, also as well, just finally, Loony listeners, Phil, we have a bit of a special announcement as well.
Yeah, because you had mentioned last year's April swap. So at the end of this month, I believe we have it. You can find it on the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks. Well, over here, my co-host Lilith is going to be hosting with Noel, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Cool. And so we're going to swap Ray out. He's going to come join me on the Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks to discuss a Batman story.
Oof. Yeah.
So yes, I figured it out.
He's stuck in a glitch. There's a glitch up there.
Ray can talk his favorite character, Batman.
Oh,
I prefer Owlman.
Owlman. Yeah, I've got nothing against Batman. Ooh. Anyway,
to do a podcast not at 8 in the morning.
Batman.
Yeah. Sorry for all that. But anyway, no, big thanks again, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Here's the 200 more episodes.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
800 more.
800. Love it.
And
Fringe Knight. There you go. Yeah, Fringe Knight. Go check it out. Issue 4 has just come out. Loonies, you can contact us through various social platforms. You can drop us a line on email at itkmoonnight@gmail.com. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/itkmoonnight, and a Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/itkmoonnight. We are on Twitter. Our handle is at itkmoonnight, and we're on Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube. Just search for Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. We're also on Discord. Just search for the server Into the Night with a K. Please leave an iTunes rating or review if you can. It helps us reach other loonies out there too. Also, if you have any feedback, we also look to improve ourselves and the show. Finally, we're on all good podcast catchers: Apple Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, also on Podcoin. Please check us out and share episodes with your friends.
Moon Knight and affiliated characters, stories and events are properties of Marvel Characters Incorporated. Materials used and discussed within the podcast are intended for critique and review purposes only under the fair dealing concept of the current Copyright Act. The views, information or opinions expressed during the podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of the copyright owners.